All right, Shalom, Shalom. Or the Hebrew Israelites coming out prophesied downfall of America, also known as spirits of Sodom, Gomorrah, Egypt, and Babylon. First and foremost, we give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to our elder apostles, the great millstone. Senior honor salutations to all your sincere brothers. Peace and blessings also to the 1/3 and all you confusing the faces out there. All right, we're gonna get straight to the point. Understand that this is Jacob's trouble, man. All right, days of discomfort shall come among you. All right, because our people called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the same people that was raped, that was hung, that was castrated, that was put in barns with animals. You're the same people who are on the bottom of the totem pole out of all nations on the earth. No one represents you with the G20 summits, but yet everybody gets rich off of you. Everybody want to be like you, you know. Like that term is, everybody want to be a nigga, but they don't want to be a nigga, man. All right, they'll wear those jerseys, they'll wear those fitted caps, they'll wear Jordans, they'll say they'll call you dog and homie, but deep down inside, they calling you niggas, spicks and coons and wetbacks at the dinner table, man. So our people need to understand that these are the days, man, that's going to be a discomfort for you all, man. All right? Hey, you doing the word, man? You doing the word? All right, man. All right, man. All right. See, hey, Folly said it's great dignity, man. Cheerleaders, man. People clapping and everything. That's what the women did in Israel, man. Saul killed his thousands, but David killed his tens of thousands, man. We don't need cheerleaders up here, man. We promise of the Lord with spiritual weathermen. We tell you that spiritually America is going to be destroyed, man. Right. Right? You don't have to watch the news. You don't have to watch CNN. We're going to bring the news to you, man, all right? Max out your credit card. Sleep with your boss. Go take that trip you want. America's on a decline, all right? And all the beautiful women, they're going to be killing you in that day, man. Go ahead,
Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people.
Right, Michael's one of the archangels, man. Go ahead up.
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation.
So there shall be a time before, ever since there was a nation, man. That's talking about from the beginning of time. There's gonna be a time on earth, man, that the people in America, you're not gonna be able to even fathom or understand what's going on. Because you can look at the news right now and see what's going on across seas. Or what, you just hear about suicide bombers, you hear about them dropping bombs on people. But wait till it gets down to the nitty gritty. We're here in America, man, all right? Which is the place of our captivity, of our slavery still, man. Wait till these crackers start to show you how much they really care about you, man. Wait till these pale-faced devils show you how they really care about you. They show you all day on the news, but I'm talking about it's gonna be a time when you're gonna be surviving just like they're gonna be surviving for some food in that day. You think being home from a tree? You think being shot, castrated with something wicked? These devils have all kind of tools, all kind of weaponry right now. They have all kind of wicked thoughts, man. Because at one point, when we were, matter of fact, the only difference right now pertaining to us being a hardcore bondage is two things, man. We not in those chains, and we fucking their women willingly. That's the only difference right there. See, so even they had a downfall, but even they women want us, man. But how you think they gonna feel when they get you women too, of our tribe? How you think they gonna feel when they see a Jake out there with an Edomite woman? Because when you walking by them, you know, they look at you, they don't say too much, but let it be in that day like that movie Get Out. All right? A lot of them gonna switch on you just like she switched on them. I want you to meet my parents. Oh my God, Susie. Get your ass up there, they gonna have you hanging. Man, do all kind of wicked acts to you, man. Straight up. You gotta say what's up?
Okay, yeah. Through the spirit, and the scriptures tell you a man's heart is evil, the heart is deceitful above all things, and the Heavenly Father know the deepest secrets of your heart. So in that day, like the brother going into, man, the Lord is going to open up that imagination upon these men, man, and they're going to act those things upon you women, man. All right, and upon each other. That's going to be that great courage, man. You know. You know what I'm saying? Start from the top. Yeah. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation.
Right, there's going to be a time of trouble. Now, you imagine a lot of these women out here that have numerous children, okay? A lot of these women, they are on child support, they get alimony, all right? And they also get, what we looking for, like WIC and things like that from the government. All right, because right now, because the scripture says, what's up when it said, rise up, you women down at ease, man. Like right now, she's at ease. She won't be at ease in that day, man. She won't be wearing those leggings in that day. Real talk. But see, but going back to our people, man, the government look out for maintenance for our women, man, and that's why our people are falling, because a man's supposed to be a head onto the household. The man's supposed to be the backbone. Because our men are in the household, our women feel like, oh, well, I don't need no nigga. All I need to do is get pregnant from one and then put them on child support. All right? Or, oh, okay, go get whipped because the nigga not living in the house. But but what about in that day when they take all those benefits from you? What about in that day when your car, when your house, when all your money means nothing? You're gonna be out here bare. All right, because America teaches these women to be against the men. So in that day, a lot of women are gonna be looking for a man in the Lord. That's why the scripture says your houses shall be rightful and your women ravished. All right, and then you got these men out here that say, oh, I ain't got nothing against homosexuality. I'm cool with that. But see, who promotes all that? Esau, Edom. So a lot of you men gonna get raped by other men too as well, man. I see Troy right there. Go ahead,
This is Psalm 17 and 9. From the wicked that oppress me.
Go back to 8, Bible Show.
This is Psalm 17 and 8. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. From the wicked that oppress me, from the deadly enemies.
Right. So let's talk about the elect. All right. Talk about hiding us from the wicked that oppress us. We know who that wicked is and who oppressing us. It's Esau, the so-called white man. And his oppression is going to be full-fledged because the Heavenly Father is going to allow him to do it. It's going to tell you why. Go ahead on.
Who compass me about. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly.
Yep. Go ahead.
They have now compassed us in our steps.
Matter of fact, it said they speak proudly against you. Here it is, Donald Trump talking about building the wall, and then you have the quote unquote immigrants over here. They're separating the children and separating the parents from each other, man. And they're doing that by law. So they speak proudly, man. They do that in pride. And look, these devils walk around all laughing and giggling. This is their kingdom, man. Go ahead up.
They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth.
Go ahead.
Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey.
Like a lion that's greedy of his prey. And matter of fact, what it says that in what is it? First Peter chapter 5 verse 7. All right, talking about the lion that's seeking to devour. That's Esau. We're his prey. But we the sheep. Lions eat sheep.
And as it were a young lion lurking in secret places.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Arise, O Lord Yahawah. Disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Deliver our soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, man. All right, which is the Lord's whooping stick, which is his rod of correction. So the same people who feed us, even in your hopeful elect, man, we still got to go to the store for our food. We still got to go to the pharmacy to get our medication. We still got to pray that Esau don't cut our water off, cut our lights off, man. So we knowing that Esau, Edom is the Heavenly Father's rod of correction. We asking him to keep us from that, man. Because like the brother brought out in Daniel 12 and 1, man, it's going to be a day upon you people that you never even thought you could imagine. Because the Lord said, affliction shall not arise after Jacob's trouble. So after Jacob's trouble, man, that's going to be the worst affliction that we're going to ever go through as a people. So you can't, I mean, Esau show you his mentality with these movies, man. All right? Like Final Destination, Jigsaw, Freddy Krueger, Jason. They show you, hey, they got episodes talking about 1,000 ways to die. But that's all in his mind. He's a harbinger of death. So when the Heavenly Father actually gives Esau that green light to come oppress the nation of Israel even more, man, a lot of our people, it's going to be a lot of casualties and death. That's why YAHAWASHI said, he said the blood shall be up to the horse's bridle. All right? That's when you go on the back of a horse and horse 6 tall. That's a lot of bloodshed. Okay? You drop that.
It says, even to that same time, if at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
And it says, even in that time, thy people shall be delivered. Shalom, Mom. It shall be delivered. That's written in that book, man. So those who read in the law, statute, commandments, basically in the book of life, those are going to be the ones who are going to be saved. But what about those who don't want to learn, who don't want to listen to the Lord's counsel? What about those who don't want to hearken to the advice of the Lord? They're going to perish in their sins. They're going to perish in their wickedness, man. And it's rightfully so. Bible you continue Proverbs 1 and 20.
Yeah. This is Proverbs 1 and 20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttered her voice in the streets.
Right. So the wisdom is out here in the streets, on the highways and byways, not behind your camcorder at the house.
She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
Right. She crieth in the chief place of concourse. You got something up?
Yeah, quick one.
Quick one, go ahead.
Jeremiah 11 verse 11. Therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. Though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
He said, though they shall cry unto me, I shall not hearken unto them, man. So in that day when you're going to be over there, oh Lord, these guys, you know, what's his name again? Yahweh, Jehovah, picking out your cross and everything. The Lord said, you're not going to be able to escape that. Because I'm calling you right now. Matter of fact, just jump to verse 24, 25. That's the spirit. Okay. Yeah, so go right with that. Spirit, the spirit. Yeah. No mistake.
This is Proverbs 1 and 24. Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
So the Lord said, I have called out to my people and ye refused. You walk by, laugh, giggle, you know, get on the comment board, man. You know, your audio terrible on your video. Okay, whatever the case may be, man. But the Lord, when the Lord said he reaching his hand out, that's like me drowning in a raging river and somebody putting their hand out. You say, man, I'm good, I don't want that. That's exactly what you're doing to the Lord right there when he's saying he's crying out to you. You gonna hold that real quick, man? Hold that up.
Isaiah 58:1. Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgressions,
Right.
in the house of Jacob their sins.
So hold on. When the Lord said over here in Proverbs that he said he called out, he reached out his hand and nobody regarded, he just told us to do that for him. Because we're the ambassadors of Israel. We're the spokesman for the nation of Israel. We're the spokesman for the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. We don't need no G20 summit. We're at the top of all mountains, man. All right, we're going to be the future rulers of the world. But how about, hold on, how are we going to rule a nation? I mean, as a matter of fact, how are we going to rule the world when our nation is already in discombobulated, man? Our nation is already in a state of bewilderment. A lot of our people giving over to witchcraft and spirituality. All right, all kind of wicked acts in America. All the blood in America has defiled this land in the minds of the people. All right, go back to that.
Yep. This is Proverbs 1 and 25. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof.
Right, so you don't want any of his reproof. And you know what? So what that makes you? That makes you a reprobate man. All right, reprobate man is somebody who can't get right. No matter how many times you tell them to correct themselves, they want to continue going out and continuing in that same wicked act. All right, matter of fact, I got a precept real quick. Give me that one more time, Baba Bashar.
This is Proverbs 1 and 25. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof.
This is Revelation chapter 22, verse 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. All right, so you got some people, man, they're just not going to get right. They're going to be missile food. All right, so looking at the Heavenly Father trying to give you more reproach, and you don't want to hearken onto it, what more can we do for you? As a matter of fact, it tells you that in the book of Isaiah, what the Lord said. The Lord said, why must you be stricken anymore? I put you through so much trial and tribulation that you just can't get right. All right, I've given you slavery. I've given you all kinds of diseases. I've given you over to the vilest man on earth, the basis of all men. I made you like an astonishment amongst all people, and you still can't get right. You still want to go back to Egypt. I brought you out of Egypt. I want to give you the land of milk and honey. You want to go back to being slaves. That's what the Lord was saying about his people right there. All right? Because, as a matter of fact, the scripture talks about our people trusting in oppression. They're trusting in society. They don't mind having to be taxed. They don't mind having to wake up early in the morning, getting off late, getting stuck in rush hour for 2 or 3 hours. You got brothers, man, brothers don't get home to probably 4 hours after they clock out, man. Brothers trying to live in that lifestyle. That's oppression to a brother. Scripture says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad.
But Jake love that shit.
Jake love that shit, man. Oh, I'm trying to get 200%. I'm trying to get that 200 and 250. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, Jake. Jake love that, man. Jake don't care if he works 6 days out the week, man. They love that. All they do is progressing the status of the society when they spending all that money going out working harder and harder. Because every labor in vain, the water. Every dollar you make getting taxed because America always gonna owe Britain. All right, everybody when you born, you got over $100,000 in debt. All right, you ain't nothing but a cash cow to them. How much money can you milk out of you? That's why every year what they make you do, pay taxes. Whenever you paying taxes, you paying tributary to somebody who subjugated you, man. You a slave. Hey, like Kanye West said, you know you in the biz, you still a nigga in the coop. Go ahead up.
This is Proverbs 1:26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
The Lord said, I will laugh at your calamity. That's why you brought that, what was that, Jeremiah 11:11? You shall not escape it. So, hey, even in the scripture where YAHAWASHI said, all those who say, Lord, Lord, shall not enter the kingdom of heaven. So even if you was doing this work for 5 years and you stopped doing the work, and then Jacob's trouble come, days of discomfort come, and you cry to the Lord, and you asking the Lord to save you. All right, Shemaria, all right, Shalak Chesadium, send mercies, keep me. Matter of fact, what was that in Matthew? Now you get Matthew the 24th chapter. It's one of your favorite verses. When he said, blessed be the servant who be found doing the work. 24:46 the water.
Found doing so.
Still doing so. Into the end. He that endure to the end shall be saved, man. So even if you call in the Lord's name in that day, the Lord's gonna laugh at you in that destruction. Alright? The Lord's gonna break you down because you're so focused on your construction here, which is what? You building yourself up. Man, hey, I'm trying to get my credit up. Alright? I'm trying to go buy this new house. I'm trying to save this money up to get this car. You constructed all these plans for you to survive inside of a burning fucking building, man. That's stupidity. The Lord gonna deconstruct all that by destroying all of that. Okay? What up?
This is Proverbs 1:27. When your fear cometh as desolation.
Right, so fear gonna come like a desolation. What can make this whole land desolate? Them nukes. Alright, they've been talking about it for so long, you know, people don't even believe it anymore. Oh, it ain't happening, or it ain't gonna happen in my time right now. I'm not concerned with that. You know, matter of fact, I'm finna fly to Russia right now on vacation.
What people suffer from is you know, a psychological disorder, which is like normalcy bias. You think because, you know, something hasn't happened, you know, basically your inability to judge a disaster. All right, when you're in the brink of disaster, your judgment is impaired by you thinking it's just going to continue on normally. So, you know, say for example, there's a wave. You see a wave coming, you don't get out the way because you say what 1,000 other times before, this wave never compassed me, this wave never got me. You know, so what, you continue on, and what? That's why it's called normalcy bias.
Hey, and also, that's beautiful you say that, because you'll be like, oh, this wave not gonna come. I mean, you're gonna say this wave not gonna drown me, this wave not gonna drown me. But then when the Lord send a tidal wave or to tsunami, you destroy it. All right, it's the same thing right now. You're seeing all these news articles about America and Russia and the American dollar, the nuclear deal. Oh, they've been talking about that for years. So them just small trickles in the water until one day the Lord gonna throw well, you know how somebody throw a big rocket to make a big splash and all the fish scatter. The Lord gonna have what's gonna be an earthquake under the water, man. They're gonna drown everything out. That's why it's gonna be called the lake of fire, because they're gonna get drowned by thermonuclear war, man.
And that's you know, if you know the behavior of the Heavenly Father, that's how He like to work anyway. Because what He say, in thy security, thou shalt be destroyed.
That's what I was looking for in the car.
You know,
security.
In thy security. So the Lord, that's in Sirach.
No, keep talking. I said, you got it.
Oh, yeah, I can get it. Real quick.
No, you keep talking.
Make no tarrying to turn unto the Lord. I get it. Sirach 5 verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Suddenly, man. Suddenly it shall come to us. Keep going up. No, I'm saying.
Talking. Oh, yeah. So that's how the Lord like to operate. He like to operate when you comfortable, all right, and you think, you know, another quote as a thief in the night. When you comfortable, that's the way the Lord like to operate. You know, what is called ambush, so to say. What's the other word? Surprise. It's something surprise.
Or blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg, when you get hit from every way, there's no way of escaping.
Exactly. That's the character of the Lord. That's how He like to operate. When you think, oh, it ain't gonna come, you know, that's why I say when you a thief don't tell you when he gonna come, he just come. So that's how the Lord ain't gonna come when you ready and prepared. Because if you would have known, you would prepare so the strong man won't overtake your house.
Now, if I may add into you, man, that's kind of like parking in the no parking zone. Oh, I'll be right out real quick. Ain't nobody gonna catch me. Next thing you know, you got caught slipping. You know. But so hey, there's no difference, man. So people think that they think they can always create these, they always do these infractions on the Lord, or should I say, go ahead,
I think I'll never catch up.
exactly. But you know what, the Lord watches you like the FBI do. The FBI, whenever they do a sting on somebody, they're not gonna watch them for 3 months and bam on them. Watch movies like Goodfellas and stuff like that. All right, man, they watch them cats for years in on out, and they building them up. They building them up. They building up cases because they're watching everybody. And then sooner or later, they're gonna be like, you know what, bam, this is the time to get them. Because now you have enough evidence that you can't refute it. That's why the Lord said the sins of America is up to the heavens.
And what he say? Though a sinner,
that's spirit.
many times.
That's spirit.
You know, Ecclesiastes. The Lord like you to get comfortable with that. Get comfortable with going off. Get comfortable with that. So when you think I'm not here, or I'm not noticing, I don't care no more, then that's when I'm gonna spank your ass. You know, that's just how he worked, man. You see that all throughout the scriptures, man.
That's mercy.
Because at the end, because in His mercy, He let you. He give you room for repentance. All right, He gives you room for repentance. He gives you room to clean up your act. You know, but all right. You know, and he'll sit back and laugh at it too. You think I ain't coming for him?
Hey, but it's beautiful that you said that, 'cause it's just like a little child. Hey, stop going over there by that stop. No. All right. No. Then you finally pop them. That's the same analogy, man. All right? Because you constantly being told what not to do and you keep doing it. All right? Because not every time you commit an infraction or you break a law, you know, matter of fact, there's plenty of times that I may have ran a red light. I ain't get caught. But one time I did, and they sent me a letter in the mail. I got. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with the Lord. All right? The Lord has seen you run that red light a few times. All right, I ain't gonna say nothing. Let it slide. But then one day you gonna get that infraction, man. You gonna get a penalty. And then if you keep doing it, you become habitual. They say, you know, instead of you getting a fine, you gonna get cast into prison. Same thing with the Lord. You keep doing the same thing, being a reprobate. The Lord gonna bring that judgment down on you even harder.
Hey, it goes to show you that the Lord is a man too. But you know, because you know, I deal with people I got to work with, and you know, every time they do something, I don't automatically just hop on it. I be like, I give them that look like, yo, chill out, man. You know what I mean? Like, I see what you're doing. You know, we have more patience, more temperance, because you're not supposed to make a judgment as soon as something happens. You know what I mean? That's because you know you're not really thinking about it. You know? Yeah, exactly. So you analyze the situation. You know, you wait. You see. It's a chess. Once again, it's chess, not checkers. Because when you playing chess, you know what I mean. The whole object is not to just, it's to set them up so you can get the kill. You know what I mean. Checkers, you just bam. You know, that's just the characteristics of the Lord, man.
Oh,
it's a mastermind.
That's beautiful, because when you think about that movie, what's the movie with Candace Everly, whatever her name is. What's it called? Candace. What's the name of that movie with that one Edomite chick, man? It was like a battle royale. Something started with a little whistle.
Hunger Games?
Hunger Games, yeah. Now you got the one dude that played Peoples on Shaft. I forgot his name. It was him and this other Edomite chick. She couldn't speak of nothing. Everybody else was getting swords. They were getting bows and knives and everything. But they used strategy to take down mostly everybody, man. Because they wasn't really a brawny individual. They were more very intellectual, very smart. So that's the same way we're dealing with chess. That's how the Lord deal. The Lord will intricately break you down, man. Simple, man. Right? And see, it's in the minds of people, man. Oh man, God don't see me. God's not gonna do anything to me. Because he's long suffering. You know what that's called? Taking his kindness for weakness, man. That's exactly what you're doing. All right?
Hey, and another thing too, the scripture said the Lord is a man of war. You know that saying how we lost the battle, but we ain't lose the war. You know, because you're not gonna win every battle, but it's about winning that war, which is ultimately what it's all about, man. Because it's casualties in war. So you might lose that battle, but ultimately you want to win the war. And the scripture said the Heavenly Father's a man of war. So they go to show you his state of mind, you know. It's about the big picture, you know.
And that's beautiful, because you even have it where it says, in certain instances, they said, we've lost 200 soldiers over here in this battalion. Okay, well then, you know, that's a sacrifice, because we're really aiming over here. You know, it's really how you call it? It's the martial arts. The key to martial arts is deception. You want to always have a deception for your enemy. So think about it. When you had the ISIS, quote unquote, which is American backed allies. You had ISIS shoot down 2 Russian fighter jets. Remember that? Russia didn't say, okay, let's bomb America. Let's take out some of it. No, they didn't. They had a plan for that, man. They had a strategic plan. Yes, they lost some soldiers in the war, in the battle, but they'll focus on the war. I'm not going to lose this whole war because I lost 2 allies. Nothing more I can do about those soldiers. They're dead. All right?
Yeah, just the back. Okay. This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is set in them to do evil.
Now, sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Now think about all the evil that's been pushed all over the world by America. All right, here it is. They already dropping bombs in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. We got children being born with deformities. Yeah. Over millions of people have died over there in the Middle East. All right, think about all the water that people are drinking here in America that's tainted. You know?
Hey, Kwame, you just posted a video about how many civilian deaths in Syria? 9,600. You know, since America, since America been,
about 1 million, 2 million displaced. I mean, the numbers are way higher than that.
No, yeah, it can't be.
There's no record for it. Right? They're done.
And that goes right back to the timing. That's why Jacob's trouble. Because what you got Jake doing all day? 2K19 and all day. And every fucking Saturday he going out to the club, smashing on the next man's body. Hey, and then that's the spirit too. Because what? Now we're in that time of so-called Thanksgiving, man. So all type of wickedness is going on, man.
Very, jolly.
It's a time of trouble coming for you so-called nigga Latino American Indians, man.
Going back to the time of security, it's the time of their security.
Right.
You know, and this is when Esau gonna move. That's why he has all these holidays for distractions, man.
Yeah, that's all it is. Distraction.
The bread and the circuses. That's the distraction for us. You know, I did a video on what happened to us in Egypt about the distraction, getting them, making them serve for rigor. You know, the men of the Lord, they trying to occupy them and keep them busy, but the 2/3 of the rest of the people, they keep entertained, just like when Rome fell. You know, they had the bread and the circus, and they don't see what's really going on because they got the distraction, you know? But that's how horrible this shit is coming. It's around you. You can see it if your eyes are open, but the people are blinded, you know?
You see what's going on in California?
Yeah.
Campfire. I destroy all those celebrities' houses and it's getting close to that.
It's a place called Paradise. And what the scripture said, as a matter of fact, the scripture tells you in Joel the 2nd chapter, it said before them is as the Garden of Eden. Eden in Hebrew is Aidan, which means paradise. So right now, America like a paradise, they're after a desolate wilderness, man. So that was just a small example of the Heavenly Father bringing his destruction to America because of all the evil, because of all the wickedness that it has basically pushed out throughout the whole earth. So even though it's in the mind of Esau to continue to do all the wickedness that he's doing, we know that that's the Heavenly Father's rod of correction, man. But our people, they still want to continue being wicked, man. All right? Getting tattoos on their face, getting these half-buzz haircuts, man. All right? Blonde in their hair. Like you say, smashing the next man, bitch. Things like that, man. Our people are going to continue in their wickedness. That's why the Lord has to come back, man. We need a physician. What the Lord said, the whole head is sick. Like they said, if you take the head off, man, the body will fall. You take the captain, the whole team will fall. But guess what? The whole head of Israel, man, we just done for it. Finish.
I got a quick one real quick before you read that. This is Sirach 7 verse 16. Number not thyself among the multitude of sinners, but remember that the wrath will not tarry long.
So the wrath is going to come, but it's not going to tarry long. So you know what that means? Keep enduring. All right, because don't fall off the boat, the ark, the spiritual ark of salvation, and go back into this world because, I don't feel like waiting no more. Don't count yourself among the sinners, man. Because the wrath is coming for them sinners, but you don't want to be a partaker of that because you fell out.
All right, it says, number not thyself among the, Sirach 7 and 16, number not thyself among the multitude of sinners, but remember that the wrath will not tarry long. Humble thy soul greatly, for the vengeance of the ungodly is fire and worms.
Fire and worms, yo. And what happened when your body decomposed? Your body consists of maggots and worms, man. You dead. You know what I'm saying? Your life is only for a moment, for a flash, man. Real talk. Live it up, man. America's done for. And all these people, man, hey, it's the same trend. Like skinny jeans go back to the 80s and all that, man. Ain't nothing new. All these cars and everything, 2018 Corolla, 1997 Corolla. Same goddamn car. What you got, a Bluetooth in there now? You got a TV? Supposed to be driving.
Because knowledge shall
exactly, man.
But the same name,
same name.
And it goes to show you it's the same spirits coming back.
Exactly.
Wearing the same skinny
clothes.
jeans and shit, you know?
My father be like, yeah, I remember I used to wear those back in the day. Yeah, boy, that's your son. Why you
Yeah,
think you doing that bullshit? They got Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson got HIV. Now it's like a 6'8" drag queen. Come on, man. I'm just playing.
He was a homo.
He was a
man.
homo.
Where you think his son get that shit from?
Hey, what I'm saying? It's a lot, y'all.
Yeah, that precept that she was talking about, this is Joel chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, "The fire devoureth before them, behind them a flame burneth."
You said don't say it's about the Garden of Eden?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay, so like
It
I
says,
don't know.
now, this is talking ultimately about the nukes, but it's just, you know, it's kind of funny that they use that place over there in Paradise, you know, Most High showing you, you see the videos, that's what it's going to be like all in America, right? So it says, "The fire devoureth before them, behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, nothing shall escape them."
Nothing shall escape them. That's the hey, hold on. What the scripture says? It said that matter of fact, you and Joel, right? What is 2:12? When it says that they shall be shut off and they shall not break their rank.
Yeah, I think that might be the same, or it might be Revelation. It might be that one. It might be that one. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Because it said they shall not break their rank. It's talking about those nukes, man, those missiles, man. They're gonna be accurate. They're gonna pinpoint on what the target are, man. Because the angels gonna be in it. Because the scripture said the Lord's ministers are flames of fire. All right. Yes.
No, let's go back.
Hey, like the brother brought out, before us, America's like Eden. Matter of fact, when John the Revelator saw the great whore of Babylon, what the angel said, he said, why be ye marvel? Because he probably saw skyscrapers, he probably saw airplanes, motorcycles, talking robots, you know what I'm saying? People skydiving from the sky. He was like, damn, this is Babylon? And the angel was like, that bitch gonna be destroyed. Like see, because like the elders say, it's so easy for you to get drawn back into the world, man, because there's just so many distractions, things to take you from the prize at hand.
Because the flesh is of the world.
Exactly.
So that's why Esau create all this shit, because the flesh is attracted to all that, you know?
It's easier to feed your flesh than the spirit. Because when you feed your spirit, you deny the flesh. Like you said, all this is flesh.
Hey, does not every resource come out of the earth?
Exactly.
Your body came from the dust of the ground.
Right.
So that's why that's why the flesh is able to recognize all this stuff around it. That's why the flesh like nice cars. You know, the flesh like women. Women come out of the earth too. You know, the flesh like money. Because the flesh came out of the same ground that all these elements came out of, man.
Every man has come out of the womb, which is the flesh. Like even YAHAWASHI came out of the womb, like every prince and king has. So everybody was born of the flesh, but not everybody's born of the spirit. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? So we obtain the spirit, so we're able to understand these things and try to deny the flesh, man. But every day it's a constant battle between us, so the way we have to examine ourselves continuously. You know?
It's Ecclesiastes 8:12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High.
You know what I'm talking about, Michelle?
It's Ecclesiastes 8:12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged.
So a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged. Prime example, one of the Rothschild, when he lived to be 99, had like 5 triple bypass surgeries, man. And they can make all types of wickedness on the earth, and guess what? Their lives was still prolonged. They still live what you would call a healthy life, so to say, right? Full life.
Yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High.
All right, so those who fear the Lord, those are the ones who aren't sinners. Why? Because we repenting and we asking the Lord to forgive us by doing what? Okay, if you love me now, he said, if you love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, feed my sheep. But the Lord said, all those who hate me love death. So guess what? Sinners hate the Lord, so they love death. It's plain and simple. Go ahead up.
Which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked.
So it's not going to be well with those people whose lives are still extended, who can desire and possess all the final things of this life. Because this is their consolation right here. This is what they desire. This is what they want. They don't have faith, so they don't believe. Only way you can believe is by having faith, man. There's no way you can even serve the Lord without faith. So who you think they serving? They serving Satan. If they don't have faith, they're serving Satan. It's point blank period. You know?
Neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow
which is as a shadow. What the scripture says in the book of Job. Know you not in the triumphing of the wicked is but for a moment. All right? Talking about the hypocrites too, for a season. Only for a moment, man. America only really been only been a country, like a kingdom, so to say, like during the late 1800s, early 1900s. So this is like one of the shortest kingdoms ever. As quick as it's been built up, like the Lord said, Esau said, though I am impoverished, who shall come back and build a desolate place? The Lord said He's gonna throw down. I mean, come on. I mean, look at the amount of buildings that they've built, all the infrastructures, all the satellites, all the boats, all this that they built on Esau society. The Lord said He's gonna destroy all of this as well, man. So right now, man, this is their end. But before they go out, they're not going out without a bang. You know what? I'm telling you, you always have that jealous nemesis. They'll take over the world. You finally come in, break them down, take everything. But you know what? I'm gonna kill you and me. They gonna take everybody with them. And what Esau gonna do? Esau gonna take you down with them. Esau know that their kingdom is falling, but goddamn it, I'm gonna take some niggas with me. That's how they thinking, man. All right, it's gonna be a day, man, that our people are not gonna be ready for. But they still want to be saved by Esau. Why the fuck are you voting? It's 2018. Why you still voting?
Ain't shit changed for niggas.
Ain't shit changed for niggas, man. Even when Obama was in the office, ain't shit changed for niggas, man. Why are you voting? You just gonna lock yourself up. That's all you need to go do. Go ahead up.
Because he feared not before the Most High.
Because he feared not before the Most High. And he lacked wisdom. Hey, the scripture says, what is that? Wisdom of Solomon 7 chapter 28 verse. It says, God loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. If you don't fear the Lord, you don't have wisdom. You a nigga. Well, and the scripture says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. If you in America, you would think you oppressed, you a fucking fool, man. And it's plain and simple. All right? You constantly being oppressed every goddamn day, man. All right? Go ahead up, back to that.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 1:27. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind.
You got destruction coming as a whirlwind. That also means that those chariots gonna be around too, man. All right, 'cause we think about a whirlwind, it's like a tempest, you know, like it's a lot of confusion, a lot of dust. You could be walking down the street, let some dust kick up in your eye. You can start to close your eyes, you become confused, man. So the destruction gonna come like a whirlwind too. All right, it's gonna come like a state of confusion, a state of bewilderment. Also, when them chariots come.
When distress and anguish cometh upon you.
When distress and anguish cometh upon you. Man, people they talk about, oh, I'm stressed out, man. This boy bugging. And I'm stressed out. Y'all stressed out? If you got food, you got water, you got clothes, you woke up there, you got shelter, you stressed out? Y'all ain't seen the stress and anguish yet, man. Man, my phone been off for 2 days, bro. Alright, you ain't seen stressed out yet. Y'all tripping. They too comfortable, huh? What's wrong with them? Real talk, man. Man, I ordered my pizza 2 hours ago. You stressed?
The game taking too long to load.
The game taking too long. Man, my power been knocked up for 3 hours, man. I don't know what to do with that, man. Get out of here, man.
Especially through the spirit, talking about how people being stressed out, they impatient, right? Hey man, that's what's bringing on this market to be system. You know, you gotta have faster upload speeds, faster this, faster that. The internet is pretty doggone fast for what we trying to do. You gotta understand what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, you go on YouTube, you can watch a high def movie like in less than the time it takes you to put a DVD in and load that bad for you.
Right.
You know?
Right. You can. And also, when they're making everything wireless, you have to have the 5G and higher megahertz, because they're trying to make everything digital. Even when you go inside a building, you can scan this, you can scan that. So they have to up the amperage, so to say. The frequency.
And that's also breaking down the water molecules and other stuff in your DNA, not to go too far into it.
No, but you're actually right, because think about it. We live inside an aquarium. So when you look at all these things around us, all the radiation from your cell phone, from your Bluetooth, all these exhaust fumes from these cars, from all the chemtrails in the air, it's like putting poison in the fish tank. Yep. They killing us slowly but surely, man. But everybody loves, I got this new gadget, bro. I got this new Bluetooth, bro. Got the iPhone 3000. Get the fuck out of here, man. It's stupid, bro.
And if I can say this too, even when I have my phone to my ear, like something be hurting sometimes. Yeah, something be hurting, and I'll be like, that's why I put on speakerphone. It's like it be hurting, man. Like
bad.
Like all that radiation and that shit be hurting, man. Yeah. You know.
With the what is it? the Wi-Fi that we have now, it's on a frequency that I believe it basically starves your body of water. The molecules, they can excite the water so it turns on its axis, some deep science shit, but it basically fucks you up. The new one is starting to take the oxygen out, so with a lot of the stuff you're seeing, they're taking the oxygen out and the water out. And if you know about diseases and getting sick, basically if you got clean water supply in your system, all right, and clean blood with fresh oxygen in there, you won't really get sick.
Right.
So with this new system, they're just gonna be bombarding you with all this stuff to keep you in a sick state. You know? So,
I know I said you're right, because what happens whenever one of those NFL players or whatever, that's why it's going to be destroyed. And you want to know why, whenever you see when the NFL players, NBA players hurt, they give them a lot of oxygen. Right, like you said, but it helps. It helps rejuvenate the cells and help you heal them.
Yep.
Right. You're right.
And that's like, you know, when you ever sick or something, that's like the #1 cause of that death is that dehydration.
Yep.
You know, you being ill and not able to bring in that water, that's what ultimately kills you. That lack of
fresh water and
water. Exactly.
Water is the most vital and essential nutrient on earth. Because water is like a transporter for vitamins, you know. Like if I have to get from here to North St. Pete, I will take a vehicle. I'll get there quicker. But let's say that I'm a vitamin and I'm gonna have transportation. If I had to walk, it's gonna take longer. So water helps flush everything out and help get those nutrients all throughout your body, man. Your body consists of like 75–80% water. If you're drinking Bud Light all damn day and taking shots and not drinking like 64 ounces of water, your body is in a state of dying quickly, man. Because you are your own worst enemy, man. All right. You get something to say? Okay. Oh yeah, you know, America's the mystery of Babylon, right? In the Bible.
So Babylon has been taken to mean a lot of things. I think a lot of people actually have thought that about U.S. being Babylon.
Right. Okay. Well,
that many times.
All right. Well, hey, just to let you know, America is the mystery of Babylon. If you ever read about the destruction of America, it's in there. All right. Yeah. All right. Hey, you just take care. Hey, go online and look at those people that was burned inside those cars of paradise. That's gonna be America. All right.
It's Proverbs 1:28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
Right, so the Lord said, you're going to call upon me in that day. These people with $100,000 in their bank account, taking all these flights and everything, they're not really thinking of the Lord, all right? Because their mind is on money, all right? Because how you gonna have all these exotic, exquisite items in this lifestyle, but then how is you reading and breaking down the scripture? How is you making more time for Sophia? Because you can't serve Yahawah and Mammon. All right, so right now these people are in their mirth. They're not in that house of mourning. When you in that house of mourning, man, that means you hurting. So if you hurting, where you gonna get your healing from? You gonna get your healing from the Lord, man. All right, because you can't get healing here. The only way you can get healing here is physically. How you gonna spiritually get healed? You can spiritually get healed by these words right here, man. The living water fountains, okay? So wherever you see life, wherever you see water, there's life. Let me think about the ancient civilizations. They always had a vast majority of water. Where there's water, there's food, vegetation. So this is the water right here. If you're not consuming this water, man, like the brother said, you're gonna be spiritually dehydrated and you just gonna die.
And that's in the 2nd Ezra 16th chapter, how it says, roughly paraphrasing, these people have received benefits of me and have not known me.
Exactly.
So you have all these nice things, you esteem yourself so wise that you can't live without air, you can't live without water, you can't have all these nice things without YAHAWASHI.
No, that's beautiful because First Corinthians 10:27, I think it says the earth is the Lord's, man. So even all these things that you possess in your life belongs to the Lord. Hell, 1 Corinthians the 6th chapter says what? Know ye not that you were bought with a price? So even your body and your spirit is not even your own. You on borrowed time, my man. Go ahead up.
Continue on. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, for that they hated knowledge.
So they hated knowledge. So they hate these words. They hate when we come out here and preach. They laugh. Oh yeah, I might have heard that was Babylon. Niggas ride by on bicycles, shaking their head. But do you know where you riding to? Do you know where you going in life? Come on, man. America's on a constant decline. Nobody's really out here preaching this word except for the men of the Lord, which you greatly. They start with Elder Pastor Hall on down. You got the brothers DTA in Jersey. You got the brothers Men of Valor. And like I always said, the elder said, you have some actual sincere men and women who are also part of the other little camps, so to say. Man, you got, they dead, bro. Go ahead.
For that they hated knowledge It did not choose the fear of the Lord Yahweh.
Right. So, but hold on. What do they fear? They fear that my status will go down if I go from driving a 2018 Mercedes to a 95 Corolla. That's what they fear, man. I fear the eyes of men. Exactly. It tells you that in Surah. They fear the eyes of men. All right. They fear that, okay, if I had to move out this 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 1 kitchen, jacuzzi, you know, this and that house to a 1-bedroom apartment, I'm gonna lose my status in the society. That's what they fear, man. All right. They fear their oppressors, and they fear what's going on here in America. They don't want to lose their status here, man. All right. Go ahead up.
They were none of my counsel. They despise all my reproof.
So they despise all this reproof, man. Like I said, niggas like that. Hey, man, they despise the knowledge of the Lord. So, all right, if you despise the healing, you know what it's like? It's like, yo, it's like you have pneumonia, man. You have pneumonia, but somebody trying to give you treatment and you keep the treatment and you die. It's like we keep trying to give you the treatment for that pneumonia, which is these words, rather just sit there and be sick, man. That's how people despise the reproof of the Lord. That's why when the Lord said, when I read the Bible and the Lord said put out a prayer for these people, I was thinking like, dang, man, how can you not pray for these people? But when you see they eating pork, smoking Newport Hunters, man, committing adultery, drinking promethazine, constantly being wicked, I'm like, man, I see why the Lord said pray not for these people, because they're going to die anyway, man. They're reprobate. They don't want to hear the word of the Lord. That's why you got to be around like-minded men. Because them demons are trying to hop on you. Right, if anybody got anything, you know, I want to support. These brothers can go. All right, go ahead up.
Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way.
So they gonna eat. That's the water for letting me know. Hey, you need it one more time? Like, how you say, brother?
Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way.
Hey, how Jake be out here saying, yo, I'm out here eating, man. I'm good. I got big money. Hey, hold on. Lil Wayne said, he said, I got 8 bathrooms I can shit all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm safe right here, man. I'm eating caviar on the airplane. So you're going to eat by those labors, man. So you know what? The Lord going to make it to that point where he ain't going to be there for you. He going to make you get that shit, man, in order for you to eat. I pray YAHAWASHI for the spirit of us not to get that shit, man. All right? But you people, you're going to eat by the fruits of your labor because you're laboring in vain. Yeah. So you're laboring for nothing, man. So in the end, you're going to have nothing. Point blank, period.
Because like you said, that farmer, he's laboring to bring forth fruit for nutrients, all right? So when they laboring, that fruit that's produced, that's what are they laboring for? Like you said, vanity, death, destruction. You know, so when they eat that fruit, that's what they're gonna get, because that's what they labored for.
Exactly.
You know, that's what was produced after all that labor. That's what it produced them. Death, destruction. You know,
because all the seeds that were planting, was seeds of, like you said, debauchery, of drugs, of lovers of themselves, of wickedness, man. All right.
What tribe?
Oh, look at it. She said, "What tribe we from?"
What tribe we from? Well, we know we Israelite. You Israelite?
I am Israelite.
You Israelite? May I ask you a question? What's your nationality? You from where? Peru. Oh, Peru? Oh, that's Naftali. I think you from Naftali. No.
You?
You?
Asher.
I want to know. Okay.
Yeah, right here.
Asher. You, man, all right? And just mean that you're a Hebrew Israelite and the Lord can come back and say the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? And we all was oppressed by the same people. Whether they're Spanish conquistadors,
I gotta get that on camera.
Whether they came from England, all right? They're Edomites, you know? So, hey, so I have a question for you, though.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes, I am.
You can bring it up a little bit.
She said YAHAWASHI.
That's the son's name. Yeah, the son's name.
Okay. All right. Take care, man.
YAHAWASHI.
And take care. That what you know is true, because you see the prophets out here, right? And you came up with the knowledge that you know, and it's a living proof.
I passed the hour and listen to my congregation.
Okay.
All right, man. Take care.
Keep learning, stay in the spirit, sister.
Shalom.
Hey,
she said YAHAWASHI.
Hey, now check this out, though. Hey, you gonna hold that real quick.
That's beautiful, man.
Can you give me Matthew 25? Of course. Is it 25? Oh, yeah, I think it's 25 where it says 2 shall be standing in the field, and 1 shall be taken up.
Either 24 or 25.
24 or 25. Because it's a lot of people. Yes?
Right here, I got you, brother.
Well, he said he got it.
Oh, you got it?
Matthew 24:40. There shall be 2 in the field, 1 shall be taken, and the other left.
Tell me a little bit about what you're saying.
It says, Matthew 24:40. Then shall 2 be in the field, and 1 shall be taken, and the other left.
2 shall be in the field, 1 shall be taken, and the other left. Now, what's that field? All right, can you give me Matthew 13 and I think 31, 38?
Let me read the next verse real quick.
Go ahead.
It says, 2 women shall be grinding at the mill, and 1 shall be taken, and the other left.
Right, so it says 2 shall be in the field. Come through water. 2 shall be in the field. What it says, 1 shall be what?
It says 2 shall be in the field, and 1 shall be taken, the other left.
So 1 shall be taken, meaning taken up into the chariot, and another one shall be left.
Now, because she did say she don't believe.
She don't believe. She said,
So
my
that's
friend
the
don't
one
believe.
that's the one that's
That's the
gonna
one
be
that's going to be left.
You know?
Exactly. Here. And what's that field? Go ahead.
This is Matthew 13 and 38. The field is the world.
Ooh.
The good seed are the children of the kingdom.
So, hey, so the field is so one gonna be left here in the field. Her friend gonna be left here on this earth, and she gonna get burned up with a missile. She comfortable here. Oh, I don't believe that. But she said, you know what? She said, she walked up, she said shalom. I didn't hear her.
She said, what tribe are you from?
What tribe are you from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because like, when she walked up, you know, she could see the spirit. She left her friend and came up and was like, what tribe you guys from?
Okay.
I was like,
And I just said, we Israelites.
Yeah.
When I asked her, she said she from Peru. I thought it was Naphtali. She corrected me and said
Yeah,
Asher.
Yeah.
I said, oh, Salakia. That's beautiful, you know. And then I asked her, hey, what's the Heavenly Father's name? She said YAHAWASHI. Well, that's enough. You know, I said, okay, she knows. You know, YAHAWASHI is the Savior.
That's way better than having people that would screaming to him in their face. You know what I'm saying? They still don't know. They still
believe, bro.
But she believes because you know what?
Yeah.
She with somebody who don't believe.
Yeah.
But she came
And
up
she
and
holding her
showed.
faith.
She said, listen, I believe, but my friend don't believe. But guess what? Seek your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's what that means, man. Hey, seek your own salvation, man. Yeah, the Lord said, be friends of the world, but don't abuse the world. He said, use the world, but don't. Okay, he said, that's like it. Jump that.
Hey, but it's going to show you that the faith you got to have, man. Romans, it's like, I don't mean to take it
you
back,
safe.
but Romans 3:3, so what if some would not believe? So you still got to believe even though they don't. She like she coming back to the spirit. Right? Yeah, go ahead though. You know, that she holding her faith, which is beautiful, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Matthew 13 and 38.
Oh, you can let her take it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she ain't gonna do nothing but spread the word.
All right,
man.
shalom.
Shalom.
I'm gonna send it to my song in the church.
There we go.
Okay.
The YouTube channel.
Do you follow GMS or you follow IUIC? Who do you follow? YouTube. Okay, that's enough. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Okay.
You should know the name though. That's beautiful.
Yes. All right.
All right, you take care.
Okay.
All right now.
Spread the word.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Show her son.
Her son.
Yes.
That might give her son more faith. Hey, I ran into Israelites, this
Down
and
here,
that.
down here.
Go ahead and take a picture.
What does the scripture say? That normally they of your household is gonna be your enemies,
Hey.
right? That's beautiful though. That she's showing her son instead of like, oh, y'all need to get away from this or whatever.
Because it's the thing is, reason why we say no pictures, because they doing it for, look at these guys, look at these, scoffing and scorning. But she was sincere, so hey, go ahead and take a picture, man. You know, she believes, man. Go ahead and take a picture, man.
Now some guys will walk by like, either I can hit a corner. Hey, let me take a picture of you guys. No,
You know, that's
she was
sincere,
like,
man.
she walked off. You already know she believed and came back and said she gonna take a picture. Okay, that's cool, no problem. She said she gonna send it to her son up there to show that, hey, where I am, they pushing the word. The same thing I believe in. I'm trying to push you in.
Hey, and that's why, hey, call halal YAHAWASHI outside. And that's why hey, you gotta go out on the highways and byways, man. You gotta come out here. You gotta be out here. Like we ran into this brother. You gotta be out here on the highways and byways, man. You gotta go out and push the word, man. Because yo, Israel's waking up, man.
Hey,
You know?
if I may add to that, go to show you that the elect is being sealed too, man.
Oh, yeah.
10, 20, 30 years ago, you wouldn't get nothing like that. Now you got women, you know, out of just walking amongst the prophets.
Corrected me on what tribe she from. Got me saying so. I need to go back and research these tribes. But you know, it's like I'm about to say, man. You
Just need a little oil.
Yeah,
That's it.
you know, I'm like,
It's just rusty in that one section.
In one section, right? You know, kind of stiff joint. That's all. But yeah, but that's beautiful, man. Huh? Spirit. Yeah, hey, but like we were saying though, they be two together, man. One gonna be taken up, the other gonna be left here, gonna be destroyed. All right. Matter of fact, you can give me you can hold that. Give me 1 Corinthians or 2 Corinthians 6 and 16, Baba. All right. I mean, yeah, you gonna have family members you may be cool with, whatever. But in the end of that day, man, you being with them is not gonna save you. You better pray that the Spirit is still with you in that day. You know, because in that day they may rat you out. All right. They may rat you out in that day.
2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked with unbelievers.
Go ahead.
For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness?
Right. So the Lord says, be ye not unequally yoked with unbelievers. Because when you think about if you put two beasts, like two ox on a yoke, they're plowing together, they're walking together, they're moving together. All right. So she trying to plow and she trying to get her own spiritual fruit, which is what? Her salvation, basically. Showing her labor of love, so to say. I'm not saying she out doing the work, but she finna send the picture to her son, like, listen, I ran into some of the brothers, so to say. And she was northern. You can tell she from like south of the border. All the way northern, man. It was beautiful, man.
Hey, and what, you know, I don't mean to go upset, but it really is all about the faith, man.
That's it.
She said, YAHAWASHI, hey, you believe in
You believe in
the Son,
YAHAWASHI?
man.
That's
YAHAWASHI, that's the mediator to get to the Heavenly Father, man.
Safe, man.
You know, hey, Lord's mercy, you know, the Lord have mercy on it, man.
Them the kind of women right there, I would love for the Lord to save, man.
Exactly, man.
You know what I'm saying? Have mercy on them. I'm trying to be saved. I want my brothers to be saved, but to see that from a woman, you know what I'm saying? And she, man, that's uplifting.
And she was humble too.
She was
man.
very humble.
You know?
Very humble, man. I like
they
that.
have a proud spirit on her. Nothing.
Nope. She was actually excited to say she was from Asher.
Exactly.
But
she didn't say I'm Peruvian.
Yeah, she said I'm from Asher. Okay, with attitude. Oh, you were coffee. All right.
Water for coming out again.
What? And you know if you were Judah, I'm from Judah. Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David. All right. But nonetheless, she came humbly, all right?
2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
You know, it reminds me of Amos 3:3. How can two walk together except they be agreed? You know? Because see, they can agree on the things of the flesh. All right? Which me, I may know somebody, you know, he's still in the world. Well, I like broiled chicken. He like broiled chicken too. But then he like to go out to clubs and fuck married women. I don't do that. So I can't run with him in the spirit. Because we don't vibe in the spirit. In the flesh we do. We like the same kind of food. But in the spirit we different, man. So they run with each other in the flesh. Okay, they probably go on and get a couple of drinks, margaritas, you know, whatever. But then in the spirit, her spirit don't vibe with her spirit, man. All right? And sooner or later the Lord made us have it where they part ways, man. We can't be friends with somebody who will claim to be a Christian, but guess what? They believe the Bible, but they coming in a different Jesus. Okay, pertaining to us that 2 Corinthians 11 chapter, they preaching of a different Jesus. All right, even Paul spoke about that, man. So you know you can't be with you can't trust them. You really can't be around them, man. You know, not saying she gotta leave her.
What fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness?
Right. What fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness, man? There you go. Like I was saying in one of my videos, believing in salvation, man. Believing, having faith is believing, and that's for your salvation. Because you're gonna be saved by your grace, man. All right.
Based off of the old girl. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 12. It says, "I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man of the golden weight of Ophir." All right, this is and you know that's going into when these nukes is coming, but really Jacob's trouble and everything is going through it. All right, and that man is not just talking about just a genetic man, a male, talking about the men of the Lord. All right, because why? Wisdom and knowledge is going to be stability of our times. All right, we're gonna know how to get through there. All right, we're gonna know the truth. All right, so this is Isaiah 3 and 4, or Salakia 4 and 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, "We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach." And you know, that was pretty much a spiritual sign of that, right? She left her friend to come and sup with the men of the Lord, to at least be so-called, you know, I need to at least touch your garment, basically. That's just, it's the same thing. She's like, oh my God, I heard about you people. I learned about you now. I see you in the flesh. I'm gonna leave my friend and come and say hello to you. Not just that, I didn't went up the block. I'm gonna come back. So I mean, that's just the spirit, you know, inside. That's how it's gonna be in that day, man. These women, they're gonna understand and they're gonna see real power. All right, they're gonna know where there's, how you say, their safety's gonna lie in. You know, women instinctively know where power and protection is. That's why they are with the so-called white man right now.
I got something. That's beautiful what you just said. Because when you think about it, like the brother said, she came back because she believed. She saw the power, but she know the power is from YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. And what did YAHAWASHI tell her to do? Bear them to the marriage. So what did she say? She said, let us be called by thy last name. Not talking about us, but the Spirit of the Lord. Because she came back. Because this is a marriage right here, man. We tell them to put on your wedding garments to get ready for YAHAWASHI to come back. The bridegroom, because we're the brides, man. So that's spiritual. When he brought that out, what she said, let me take on your last name. Let's talk about YAHAWASHI, right? The Spirit, yeah, the Spirit. Because really in that day, I'm just using it from the perspective you look at it. Really in that day, women, when women see the men of the Lord, they're gonna basically, when they say, let us have your last name, when a woman is married, a father's supposed to give his daughter off in marriage. She will have his last name. As soon as her and the man get married, she takes on his last name. Why is that? Because now she becomes his property. All right. So that's the same thing with a woman in that day. And we know that marriage is what? Having sex. So we know in that day when a woman said, I bring my own clothes and this and that, this let me be called by that last name, meaning that I will give myself up to you.
That's all she has.
That's all she has. Because the woman knows that her power is really her boss. That's it. That's only, yeah. So when you think about it, the women over there in Brazil, or I think it's Brazil, it's Venezuela, what they're doing? They're selling their box. They're prostituting to survive. And right now, Jacob Tremble ain't even hit America. So when they say she gonna take on your last name, meaning that she gonna give you whatever you want sexually. Now what else can you provide me with? You can't protect me. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, a man gonna be a cover from that wind in that day, that destroying wind.
Just to expound on that part, that's why we say in this society it's easy for women. All they gotta do is be beautiful. Nice body, pretty face, and what? A man gonna take care of her. That's all she.
Don't even care where you been and how you been.
How many is you working? They don't get care you broke.
I got you.
As long as you look good, and a dude gonna take care of her. You know how we see some bad shit, be like, right. Oh, well, you know somebody taking care of that.
You know somebody,
you know, driving
and
in
the
the
way they walk,
yeah,
you know,
like,
their gait and everything. Yeah, somebody, you know somebody taking care of that. But you can look at these women. You can look at these women on these reality TV shows, man, on these housewives. I mean, straight up, these women, they be looking attractive. And you be like, wait a minute, she ugly because her attitude, man. Because of her attitude. But in that day, she not gonna have that attitude in that day. She gonna be so submissive and so subservient. Right?
This is Psalms 110:3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power.
Exactly. No, I was gonna say, her friend's not willing now. But her friend gonna be willing in the day of thy power because she don't believe these words that we're speaking right now. Why? Because she don't have faith. But when she see the Lord's power, oh man, it's gonna be too late. Man.
Psalms 110:3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, and the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning. Thou hast dew of thy youth. All right. So basically, like when we get, like I was saying, you know, women instinctively know who's in power. They know that they need so-called protection and provisions made for them. All right. Like as you see, you look around right now, all these women that's walking around, what are they doing? They're doing it off basically the backs of their husband. They can walk around and go shopping, drive these nice cars because why? Their husband has the power to put them in that position. All right? That's why we see our women. They don't normally have nobody to take care of them like that, except for Esau. They're on a lower level. They cling on to Esau because he has the power to write them their paycheck, put them in the high positions, things like that. We don't have that power in this time. All right, but when we get that spiritual power to provide them protection from the calamities that's coming to pass, then they're gonna know. All right.
Hey, in another aspect of looking at it too, I think. In another aspect of looking at that too, another aspect of looking at that too, like the brother said, women want protection, right? A woman who's single today, she would be very proud. Why? Because all she has to do is call 911. Now, let's put this into perspective. A gun can kill a lion. All right. So imagine if you have a police officer that comes to your house. Now, if it's a male police officer with no gun, he might be able to help you. But then if it was a female officer with no gun, how can she help you? All right, because the gun's the equalizer. So in that day, you won't have 911. All right, who are you gonna call? In that day, with all those men who you used to deal with, they want nothing to do with you. Who are you gonna call? And this is just not just to get down on the woman, because that woman, you can't hold it. It's just that America teaches these women to be very, 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 very high-minded and cocky, man. They put themselves on pedestals, man. All right, they teach them, oh, you can be independent. You can work by yourself, all right? And all that's fun when that women's live, okay? But anyway, we're gonna get back to the scriptures, man.
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment.
Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment. All right, and that goes back to America, because a lot of our people, like the scripture say, Egyptians shall fight against Egyptians. They're talking about our people shall fight against everybody else here in America. All right, and when you think about it, whenever they have situations where it's a lot of like those apocalyptic movies, a lot of things be burned to ashes. People start throwing Molotov cocktails. You'll see charred buildings, charred cars, and everything. But then America's gonna obliterate this entire place because of nuclear warheads. That's talking about America. When the Edomite walk by, I asked them, do you know that America is the mission of Babylon? Then I believe a lot of people say, yeah, I do. But guess what? America's gonna be destroyed there. All right, whether you believe it or not, but that's the whole fact of the matter of us being out here. But before it be destroyed, Esau is going to bring his wrath down upon our people. And because our people don't believe in YAHAWASHI, it's always in their mind to do what? Go right back to Esau. Because they have that slave mentality. What's it called? Stockholm syndrome, man. They love their oppressors, man. They love this oppression. They don't want to go, they don't want to rule over Esau. I'm gonna be like, hey, don't you know in the kingdom of heaven you're gonna rule over these devils? Why can't we all just live together? That's how they think, man. That's their mentality. That's why when that hell comes upon them, man, pray not for this. Exactly. We're not gonna pray not for it. We're not gonna pray for them, man. All right, we're not in our minds. We're not gonna have any thoughts of the Lord saving you. Because we're busy trying to save our like we're busy doing what we can so that the Lord can save us from the coming perils to come. So we're trying to warn you in that way. Because the Lord said, if we know the evils to come and we warn out the people, He said the sinner's gonna die in their iniquity anyway. But the Lord said He's gonna require it at our hand, man. And our blood gonna be upon our hands. So that's a lot of blood, all right? And guess what? Even if you know this truth and you're not warning the people, guess what? You're being selfish. The Lord said He loves a cheerful giver. So if you're just sitting at home and you get gathering up all this food, eating all this spiritual food, and you're not distributing amongst the brotherhood, man, you wrong. You gotta do the work, man. You gotta push out the videos.
Yeah, that's a false balance. That's like eating and not taking a shit. Eating all this food, you gotta sit it up, man.
That's right, that's right. You gotta go somewhere.
So you gotta eat. You gotta go.
Stopped up right here.
It says that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail.
They that till the ground shall mourn, because their seed shall fail. Now this brother said earlier, a lot of these people, what are they doing? They're laboring in vain. All right, they working, all this work and labor that they do in society to maintain themselves or to be somebody, all that's gonna come to naught. And it's like the brother said, you're out there plowing the field, planting seeds, and the fruit that you eat is gonna be the fruit of anguish, tribulation, and mournings and woe. Because you wasn't laboring for the Lord, you wasn't planting those spiritual seeds. Like Paul said, I have planted. He said, Apollo has planted, I have watered, but Yahweh give the increase, man. Yahweh trying to give the increase of people spiritually. So you putting your treasures here on earth, you want our treasures to be in the heaven, man. So those who grinding, those who tilling, those who working hard, what the Lord said,
it says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail. Through the blasting in hell and with a fearful constellation.
Can I say this? They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail. Because during that time, you know, most of the work was farming, you know, being in the marketplace. What's that today? You know, people waking up trying to sell, you know, sell stuff.
In the cubicles.
You know, exactly.
Working,
you know, working at answering phones all day.
Anyone to make it anywhere
making money, income today. That's good. Hey, the economy, once the economy collapse and what brothers work at a certain place, you say they don't be having enough material to make the product, right. All that stuff. They that till the ground shall mourn, because what the seed shall fail. Right. So it ain't gonna be no work. Going back to Isaiah the 19th chapter. All right, the Lord has mingled a perverse spirit in Egypt. It shall be no work, neither the head nor the tail may do. All right, those that till the ground shall mourn, because the seed's gonna fail, man. All these jobs are gonna be put out of business. Right. All right, everything's gonna stop. You know, you're gonna be going to work. Your boss gonna be sending you home. All right, all that is gonna fail. All your means of making money are gonna fail, man. All right, go ahead. I just want to say that real quick.
Right. 2nd Ezra 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
So woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and destruction draweth nigh. A sword is not just going to come in the form of a gun, man. All right, the sword is going to come in the form of you losing your job, the economy collapsing. All right, a pestilence, biological warfare. So the Lord say, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, destruction unto all you people, man. Right. On all sides. The Lord is going to hit you on all sides, man. When this economy collapses and Russia ultimately shoot the missiles over here and burn all you people up in them. Destruction is coming to all you people here in America and in different parts of the world. Because it's just that time, man. Go ahead.
God. And one people shall stand up to fight against another.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another. You people are going back and forth over this, these politics. All right. One people shall stand up to fight against another. This world was already set up for division. You got Republicans, you got Democrats. All right. The so-called white man classified people by color. He set division. All right. So all it's gonna take, the sides, the teams have already been picked. The teams have already been established. It's just gonna come to that time for the game time. And what the scriptures say, because the lack of bread, all right, people shall be destroying one another. So all it's gonna take is for Esau, the so-called white man, to make this place, all right, uncomfortable. Then once this place is uncomfortable, hey, it's already been set. Everything gonna just take the bread away.
You can already see now with a little bit of adversity how these people react. Say, for example, driving in traffic, you see people swerving and cutting off. They got no patience. All right, when they got what more when they have no food and water to feed their kids.
That's what's gonna make that day so great. You know? Nobody has stability. Nobody has wisdom. You know, but the men of the Lord.
I want to bring this article out real quick to back in what this brother's saying. Talk about you ain't gonna have no work, man. All right. This is a couple that say over $1 million to quit work in their 30s. Say this is the hardest part about retirement. And it says that after a year, for 10 years, they've been putting money into a portfolio and saving up $1 million. Now, the Raleigh, North Carolina couple are living their best lives. They have no regrets. Their situation was pretty great 5 years ago, and it's still really great now. But at the same time, though, they have no idea of the perils to come. They think that $1 million is going to keep them in that day. Hey, that's why the scripture says, riches profit not in the day of wrath. Cursed be the man, or woe to the man that trusts in his riches, man. They try, oh, well, you know what, we're not going to work no more. America don't even have 5 years left in it, man. 3 years. I don't know, you know? 1 more year. Go ahead.
I want to say a thing, but as you read about that article, I mean, today took account that the petrodollar is falling. Iran and everybody else sending their money back. So let's say you got $1 million, it's just only like $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Like when they got super hyper, they got to make up a new word. The majority of all of America's currency,
inflation,
right? The majority of America's currency is held outside of America. So when all the petrodollars come back, it's your regular dollar bill. When all that come back over here, this is like saying they got 90% of our currency, we only hold 10% of it. Once all that shit come back over here, nobody buying our goods, you're gonna be walking around like in Zimbabwe or Venezuela and stuff like that, where they gotta have $1 million for a loaf of bread. You know, so I mean, all that is coming to naught. All right.
And I'm gonna add on. Elder Pastor Bird brought out in one of his last videos that whenever they had a hyperinflation over there in Dutch, they said the Deutsche Mark, they had them in barrels, and they were literally using it for like firewood inside of a furnace, man. Because it didn't have any value. It was just green. It was just back. It was currency that didn't have any value, so they just used it for firewood.
But you got to think, you know, as like the brother said, the money is going to come back here. They're not using the money no more, but they started printing. What? That's just a recipe for disaster right there. Yeah. You started printing millions of dollars each day, but they ain't using it and they sending it back over here. It's going to be one, man.
There's no value. There's no value, man. As a matter of fact, think about this. This is how you know the dollar has no value. When I was legit going to the store, I could buy 2 25-cent juices, a 25 bag of chips, and a 25-cent little Hostess. You can't do that today. Now, they get you a 50-cent juice, a 50-cent juicy, and then if you get you a little bag of 25-cent bag of chips, that's like 59 cents now, man. Remember that? When you go to the store with $1, have a bag full of goodies, man, when you was a kid. Nowadays, you can't do that.
2 quarters, man.
2 quarters, you happy.
2 quarters, you got a drink and some
Go to the flip lady, get your flip, and go bring back and chips. You can't do that no more.
And speaking of what the brother talking about, I actually did an experiment on that. I was like, yo, how come it is that soda, you know what I'm saying, in a bottle of soda costs more than a bottle of water? Bottle of water from when they had, my grandma said they never had bottled water when she was younger, but from the time they had bottled water, I mean, just the fact that they wouldn't be selling water, it was just that common. You go to inside any store and you get some water, they give you the water, you know? But, you know, a bottle of water back then, at whatever price it is pretty much still the same price. But, you know, not too long ago, you can go get a 2-liter of Pepsi for like 99 cents, right?
Yep.
Now when you go look at the 20 ounces of the sodas, I tried to go do this experiment, but it failed even worse. The soda used to be like $1.50, where the bottled water, you know what I'm saying, was more than that, sometimes $1.99, but I'm like, wait a minute, what's the ingredients in water? What's the ingredients in Coca-Cola? I'm sure Coca-Cola got way more ingredients, way more stuff than the water does in there. But the Coca-Cola still, if not, is going down in price, but the water going up in price. That's what I thought would happen. But now, as you see the hyperinflation, now that dollar soda is now $2. You see what I'm saying? So now the price of things is starting to go up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you got hyperinflation, $2 for a 20 ounce or 16 ounce soda.
I was at Family Dollar yesterday and it said $1.90.
Yeah.
It said $1.90 for a Coca-Cola, a 20-ounce bottle. But then when I saw the Aquafina, it was like 98 cents or something.
Right.
Like that.
And it used to be backwards. It used to be the water costs more than the soda. Right. But now the soda going up so high, you could buy a 2-liter soda for that same price not too long ago.
Hey, but they shall think they're in good standing because their visuals are cheap. You know, that's what it is. Think about it. Why you think they're giving all these minimum wages increases? Oh, I'm getting 12, 13, 14 an hour. But you paying 200% more on a product you paying for. Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? For a single bedroom, you busting out over $1,000. They ain't even talking about electricity, your food. You know what I'm saying? Your
water, gas,
insurance,
everything.
All that.
In my job, you know, they did like I would say an employee raise, so everybody got a raise. But you know, they happy at my job, but I'm like, yo. That's just because things being inflation, man.
Well, you're supposed to get what's called a cost of living. Your cost of living is supposed to be going, or the cost of living raise should go up to match. The cost of living, your raise should go up. But shit, like at my job, they give you if they give it to you annually, it's like less than 20 cents. Like less than 20 cents an hour. How the hell am I supposed to compete with what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, and then y'all just taking out more taxes. It's all a scheme, but hey.
Going back to that scripture Quan brought out, all right, it shall fail.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead, though, bro.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets. The sound of the grinding is low. And he shall raise up the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And when they shall be afraid of which is on high, and fear shall be in the way, the almond trees flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden. And desire shall fail because the man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go to the streets. So basically, I could have read verse 3 as well, but basically as you see everything start to come to a slowdown and a grinding halt, you know what I'm saying, like the brother was reading, hey man, people are starting to get more and more uptight. They starting to see that their money is not being able to buy them what they could buy them beforehand. You know, not too long ago you had everybody balling and so everything was all good. Alright, but now they about to start hitting you with the same thing again. They about to take the rest of your little money away. That's why you're seeing them do these so-called benefits for the so-called regular people, tax cuts, increases of the wages and things like that, because they trying to, it's like in 2008, they trying to get you to buy into this debt system to take the rest of your resources, all right? Well, when they pull the plug this time on you, everybody gonna wind up losing. They already took the majority of you people's money and your finances. Now they about to get the rest of you people, all right?
Hey, and that's true, because there's no such thing as a middle class anymore. There is no class. It's either you got it or you don't. And if you're punching in every day, more than likely you really don't have it. Now you have there's like tens of thousands of millionaires out there, but the billionaires and the trillionaires, those are the ones that's really running the show, man. All right, because the people who basically change the taxes, the ones who tell you how much you're gonna make, those people work underneath those billionaires, right? Because those billionaires are the ones that's actually like all these parent companies. You have a lot of sub companies, but they all go back to a parent company. Like, oh, this like for instance, these people make this kind of this company right here makes has this name for these egg cartons. This company for that egg carton. This company for that egg carton. But there are probably only 4 entire facilities that's actually in America that actually distribute out the eggs. But you can have tons and tons of people that say, oh, this egg is this egg is that, but it's all coming from the same resource, man.
That's what you call marketing. All right? Like, a quick example to back you up what you're saying. It was at my chick house, they had like baby flossers. She said, oh, we using baby flossers, the little tooth, the plastic with the string in between it. She said using baby flossers. I said, it's the same damn thing. I said, reason why they got kids and adults, I say that's just marketing. They both gonna do the same damn thing. So they do that, such thing as vitamins. You have women's vitamins, you have men's vitamins. That's marketing.
Vitamin is vitamin.
Yeah, it's just marketing. It all goes back to the same thing. So like you said, they might have all these different egg companies, but what they do that to make money. It's like the car industry. You got Honda and you got Acura. You got Nissan, you got Infiniti. They're both the same company, but that's just marketing to make more money, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like for instance, I was reading up on like Audis and like Mercedes and all these exotic cars over there. I found out the parent company was Volkswagen, but you don't see Volkswagens every day. I'm like, God damn! Like, I didn't know that was the parent company. You know what I'm talking? Yeah.
Even for example, with the silver which you bought, there's different distributors of the same product.
Oh, kind.
Right. But hey, but nonetheless though, that's what you call monopolizing. Because it does not matter who you go and spend your money with, it's gonna come back to me. That's what it was with the game Monopoly. Oh, okay, all right. If you land on boardwalk, you owe me this much. If you land on this road, you owe me this. It does not matter it don't matter where you go, because I got all that sold up. Every time you come there, you spend the money with me. That's what you call monopolizing, right? Now, at one point in my life, I was like, man, fuck Sony. I always spend the money with Sony. I went and bought a Vizio. But it went right back to Sony. I was like, damn, they got me. That's when I started realizing,
I was looking.
Hey, same thing with the Heavenly Father. All these fake gods and all these different spirits, but whether you serve Satan or whether you serve the Most High, it all goes back to the Most High, man. The Supreme.
Hey, whether the Lord gives you a lying spirit or a loving spirit, all the spirits come from the Lord. And He's the Father of spirits. Exactly. Like I said in Bells and the Dragon, He's the Father of spirits.
Hey, real quick, I want to read this and speak on what you said about how you can't really do nothing with this. It's Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Before you do, I want to know something you brought up earlier. When you said talking about the money issue.
Second Ezra 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Right. So the victuals goes back. I want to bring out that word victuals. Right. Don't come because like we talking about, Jacob, the trouble that's to come. So you can easily order you a pizza. You can easily go get you on what? Half of the what? A dozen and a half eggs for $1 at Walmart. Yeah, $1 menu. All right, a $2 menu. All right, you get all the increases in your life, so you think you're doing good. Won't you read it one more time? Hold on, Sean.
Second.
Oh, what?
Second Ezra 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they should think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth.
So evil then shall evils grow upon earth. Go ahead.
Sword, famine, in great confusion.
But like the brother said, sword doesn't necessarily mean it's coming from those nukes. Sword can be coming from a gun. You get choked out. You die in a famine, man.
That sword is judgment.
All right, that sword is exactly. Sword just means judgment. That's all that means.
No matter what form it comes in.
So you think victuals are good for you right now? All the minimum wage increases, and niggas still getting shot in the street, man. Niggas still getting harmed. Matter of fact, a Missouri mother found her son hanging in her backyard like 2 or 3 weeks ago, man. All right.
And say this too, that s'mores, when you go to that store, and them prices too fucking high. You know?
Oh yeah.
You go to that store and like,
that's
damn,
judgment.
That's judgment right
judgment.
there, you know?
Like, damn.
Why you can't afford that food,
You
man?
here with $1.07, not even $1.
That's a sword right there, man.
That's judgment.
Victuals. It says food usable by people, victuals plural, supplies of food.
Supplies of food.
Supplies of food, provisions.
It says supplies of food, provisions, man. All right, so you look at that food is so cheap here upon earth. Okay, and in America is the fattest, obese country on earth. All right, I just read an article. They said that over 50% of the people who couldn't qualify, or they said over 50% of the people who went and tried for the army couldn't pass because 1, obesity, and 2, because of their criminal record, and 3, their level of education. America has the dumbest people on earth. They can't even qualify to go out for war. So they're either obese, they have records, or their level of education is very low. All right. So you talk about these victuals, man. So that everybody likes to gorge their mouth. Everybody likes to eat. I'm gonna say that later. Oh, you know, I don't even want it. I'm gonna throw that out. I'm telling you, man. I never forget it growing up. Whenever we ate pizza, my mama always said, "Eat that crust." I'm glad I ate my crust every day, because in that day, all the people that eat that pizza throwing that crust away, they put that trash can in that. They're gonna be going to the trash can to get that damn crust in that day. They're gonna wish they never threw it that half apple away. All that for real, man. That's all I want to bring up.
Well, yeah, I was gonna make a point on that money scenario. Since this is something that a so-called white man told me about this, and it gave me the perfect perspective on chasing money and stuff, right? When they hold up, this Job 9:24, it says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof, if not, where and who is he?" So we know that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, who is Esau Edom, all right, the so-called white man. All right, now I had a so-called white man tell me this, you know, he's pretty rich and everything like that. He said, "Look, I don't care about the money, you know what I'm saying?" He said, "I can give all you niggas all the money that I got. There's only one thing you can do with the money. The only thing you can do with the money is bring it right back to me."
Exactly.
So, you know, as far as, you know, our people try to chase this here money and doing all this for the money, man, that's that bread and circus, man. That's that what? Yeah, dream chasers keep you in slavery. As long as you're chasing this dream, you gotta be asleep to have the American dream, man. We live in reality. It's like, hey, it's like the Matrix, man. We woke up and unplugged from it. Y'all people all plugged into it.
Exactly.
Oh, you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Since we, you know, we still on economy, all right, because that's really gonna be the big the break of the society, man, when the economy collapses, because you know the economy gonna bring in the RFID chip. All right, the collapse of the economy is really what's gonna bring all this complete anarchy, man.
That's right.
You know,
Exactly.
so that's something heavy that we looking forward to and we're watching, man,
Right.
because it's popping off. You know, the trade wars, you know, all that stuff, man, is leading up to the collapse of the American economy. All right, so this is Revelation 18. I'm gonna read the first 2 verses, but then I'm gonna jump down and let you know who we're talking about. All right, Revelation 18 verse 1. "And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having the great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, it is fallen." All right, and hey, that really starts, man, when this economy collapses, man. All right, because that's what's gonna bring in that war. Why do you think America is going so strong with trying to start another third world war, another world war, man? All right, to get out of that depression, man. All right, so what? All this economy is going to collapse, man. They're going to have to declare war, and all you people that failed to enter into the military, whether you was obese, whether you was too dumb, or whether you had a criminal record, well, in that day, they're going to be giving you an invitation to join the army, man, and it's going to be by force. All right, you're going to be forced to go to this draft, man, to join this war, man. That's just how it's going to be. All right, and to go to show you, if you couldn't easily qualify to get into the military. What makes you think that you're gonna be victorious in this war? You couldn't even qualify. Only reason why you in this war is because, hey, it's a draft. It's a demand that you take your ass out there. So what's this about? Oh, we gonna win this war? You can't even. Majority of y'all can't even qualify to even enter the military.
And America is the most prideful country, but you barely got any of your people going into this war. They say every year there's a decline of over 100,000 active servicemen, man. Every year, man.
And since America is such this great country that these Americans claim to be, why you got all these import cars over here?
hold on. I don't see them exporting any Fords.
Yeah, man, you got all these imports over here. Imports on beer, imports on cars. Right? Everything is imported, but this is such a great country, man. All right, the pride of thy heart has deceived you. Right. All right. It says Babylon the Great is fallen, so to let you know this is talking about America. All right. The land of confusion, Babel. If someone is babbling, you can't understand what they're saying, man. This is that land of confusion where you can come here and worship anything you want to, man. Where 2 women can get married, 2 men can get married. This is that land of confusion, man. All right? So I'm going to jump down to the point since we're talking about the economy. All right, this is 18 and 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. What's the merchant, man? Right? Someone who's, for simply, someone who sells something, man. All right? Someone, a businessman in today's term.
Merchandise.
All right, merchandise, exactly. Someone who has merchandise, they're looking forward to sell or to buy or to trade, man. So the merchants, you got something you want to say?
I was going to say, as a quick example of that being showed up, right now we're going through the so-called trade wars, tariffs and all that stuff. Why do you think all these countries are so-called mad? They mad because they fucking up the the trade routes and things like that. It's making it harder for them to move stuff. Oh, you trying to tax me now? Oh, you want this, you want that? You want to try to tax me on this? You might have to go find business somewhere else.
Because the scriptures say in Obadiah, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound underneath thee. All right? So these other countries are really preparing. That's why you see China buying all this gold, Russia buying all this gold. All right, they're preparing for this collapse. Because why Putin said the American dollar is unsafe. All right, so what? It's time for de-dollarization. It's unsafe. It's not backed by anything. All right, it's undependable. It's shaky. So what? All your money that you have invested in US dollar, you need to do something. All right, to get all that, to get it out of the US dollar, man, because it's not going to do nothing but collapse, man. All right, and it's going to leave you bare. It's going to leave you naked. All right. Reading on, it says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. So they gonna cry. Because why? America is that merchant city, man. America is like a huge mall. America is like a huge market. All right, this is like the chief place of conquerors over the whole world. Everybody come here, place their product here to make money and to send it back home. All that money, everything is being purchased, like these big retailers, Walmart, all right, Amazon, all of them, all right, they purchase your goods and then they sell it to the American people, the American market, man.
They buy them both.
Exactly. Yep. And then what? That money is sent back to them. Yep. All right? So what? The script, it said that they're going to mourn because nobody buys their merchandise. Right. All right? And a lot of you Jakes are the one that's buying this merchandise, man. You're the #1 consumers. That's why Moab, when they come over here, well, I went into a beauty supply store the other day. There's nothing but heathens in there. Why? Because they know Jake is the biggest spenders, man. And you want to make a quick buck, make it something that it attracts Jake. That's why you see a lot of these places, oh, fried chicken. They know Jake like fried chicken, man. You know? And you have something you want to say, bro?
Yeah, 2 things. $800 million is how much so-called black women spend on just hair products alone.
Is that million?
Million. I believe it's million. 800 million on just hair products.
It's close to a billion.
On just hair products. That's just crazy. Now, so-called Chinese people is getting that. Yep. The other thing is, you're speaking about the trades and all that stuff. You know, America and China got a weird relationship. Before that, Alibaba was
no pictures, man. No pictures, man. No pictures.
No, I ain't taking no pictures.
Alibaba was just in the news about being.
You guys got any cocaine?
Nah, man. Y'all own it. American government got it.
Yeah, American government brings it in.
Yeah, put his foot in his mouth.
Do we have any cocaine?
He's been a double, man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's a homosexual and he saw a spirit. He's a faggot, man.
they was talking about in the news the other day how Alibaba has become like one of the biggest like exporters of trade stores for like if you don't know what Alibaba is, like the place where you can get your supplies to have your own business and stuff like that. You know, it's a really big spot. And they had, I think, a record-breaking sale in like a couple of seconds. It was so many billions of dollars they sold in just a couple of seconds, right? Now Alibaba is in China. Now they was talking about America and China's relationship with one another, how they really need each other. Now China, if America wasn't here, all the other nations in the world alone could not replace America in as much as they bought from China. And if China wasn't there, all the other nations in the world could not supply America with all the goods they normally buy from China. So as you see, America is that great merchant city, all right? Because again, without America here, China would need all the other nations combined
to make some kind of profit from all the supply they distribute.
Right.
Exactly. America is the merchant city. You're right. Exactly. Yep. Right.
Hey, because you know anybody can come here. Like it's America's like a huge ass Walmart. Why people like Walmart or going to Walmart? Because one-stop shop. That was the idea behind everything. Put a general merchandise section in here. Put a grocery section in here. What your GM, your general merchandise, your whether it's TVs, couches, whatever. America's like that one-stop spot. So you can come here and buy anything from any country. Why? Because everybody sends all their products here to America, the merchant city, man.
Sam's Club, Sam's Club and Amazon, they are conglomerates when it comes to the department stores. Amazon is just digital. You can just order something to your house. Or Walmart, if you want it right then and there, you can go inside the store and purchase it. But then you also got Walmart.com online. You can have one, if you have a Walmart that's like 15 miles out, but then there's one that's 5 miles in, and if there's a product at the Walmart that's 15 miles out, you can have that Walmart ship it to the one closer to you.
Yeah. So you know this is that one-stop shop, America. You can come here, you can purchase anything. So this is that great merchant city, man. All right. And once again, Babylon. You got all nations here. You go to a store or you walk down the street, you sound like you in a foreign country. Right. But you here in America. Because all these heathen nations have gathered themselves. The scriptures say, thou hast heaped unto them many people. All right? So reading on, it says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. So yeah, they hate America, but in the day it's gonna hit them, it's gonna hurt them, because that's where they was making their money from. Right?
That's why they're gonna weep and mourn.
Exactly.
Yeah, for the merchant city.
It says the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner vessels of ivory and all manner vessels of most precious wood.
Those poachers over there who be getting the tucks from off the rhinos, they be Esau, man. That's where ivory comes from.
Ivory and the elephants.
And the elephants, yep.
Cool. Okay, because that ivory continues to grow. You can cut it off, the elephant, but it'll continue to grow, man. That's the thing about that ivory. All right. It says, and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments. All right. All your perfume, all your colognes. Because what? You can have a cologne imported from what? Europe.
That's mainly where they come from.
Yep. Your cologne is imported from Europe, but what? They send it over here to America to be sold on the street. So this is that merchant city.
And if you go down to what they call a Times Square, if I'm not mistaken, they have big billboards that MMA for America. And then you have some Maybelline model on there, or they'll have some Dolce & Gabbana cologne. That's right across the screen. Why? Because New York is the Empire State. The Empire was built in New York, so that's where the New York Stock Exchange is. So mostly all the expensive products really get sold there as well. Advertise that.
It says, and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine. All right, all your imported wines. Jake loved those imports, man. All right, rather even if it's from the neighboring country, Mexico. All right, that's gonna get cut off too.
Even next state. Once all this shit starts going down, the highway's gonna be shut down. All that trading truckers not gonna be dropping off the shit.
Yep, they're gonna be going on strike.
And it says in oil. All right.
Damn.
Oil. So they're gonna show you right there. So all your imports of the Saudis, because that's who they import most of their oil from. Saudis. Man, that's why those Saudi Arabians so damn rich.
Oh, another reason too. See, America needs the Saudi Arabians to refine their crude
Exactly.
oil.
They
don't
can't
have any
make oil.
machinery.
Yeah, they can't
So
make
they
oil.
don't have any power. That's why they oppress everybody.
Yep.
So we need y'all.
Yep. And that's why the hell those Saudis so rich. You know, I be into the cars and stuff, and this guy, he interviewed cars, and every time he interviewed cars, all right, it's from a dealer in a city in Saudi Arabia, because they got, I mean, old ass Ferraris. All right, he always in Dubai. They got it. They got all the money. All right, because they have that oil. America buys a lot of that oil, man. All right.
Yeah, but bro, they have a lot of money.
They rich.
Over there, bro.
You know?
They are filthy rich, man.
That black gold.
That black gold, man. I'm telling you, that's on everything. Hey, if you got money in your pocket, you is not rich, bro. Real talk, man. If you have money in your pocket, you're not rich. If you don't have any, if you don't own natural resources or any oil, you ain't nobody, man. You still need oil.
Them princes of Dubai and shit, them Saudis, them motherfuckers rich, man.
You playing with lions and pets and shit.
You know? Speaking of which, I seen the video about how in Europe they come over like for a couple months, like when it's cold, I guess, or when it's hot out, something like that. They go over there, right? Like how you see all these cars here, it's nothing but just like, you know, top of the line cars. You seen that video?
Yeah, because the Saudi Arabians come over there and they be revving up and they be revving their Ferraris up and lady knock on them. Would you please be quiet?
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck.
They had the one young dude over there, like he import all his cars, they all gold. He even got the lion or the tiger in one of the cars. I'm like, yo,
Saudis, man.
Yeah, most of y'all can't even get an airplane ticket from here to Saudi Arabia. They bringing their whole fleet of cars
and
you know what I'm
lions,
saying? And lions and all that shit. They be like, yo, we posted.
He's the wild man. He's the wild man, though. Remember the Ishmael? He's the wild man. He does that.
So hey, them Saudis gonna be mourning too. It says, and no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. It says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn. So those Saudis, they gonna be mourning. Like, man, because what? That's gonna be it for them, man. That oil and all that stuff, America ain't gonna be able to purchase that shit no more. They're gonna try. How you gonna purchase the oil with American money?
They don't want it. That's why they get rid of petrodollar. They got the petro yuan and all these other currencies.
So what? All them countries gonna mourn. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's spiritual. Because once America gets destroyed, the whole world will go into a reset. It's gonna have to be an instant reset. Instant reset. Going back to the old ways, man. Right? There's gonna be no more ATM, no more financial system.
And oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep, horses.
Beasts.
All right.
You said beast. First thing that came to my mind was a zoo.
Yep.
Come on, man. You have every animal, damn near every animal around the world.
In the zoo.
Even polar bears. They belong in the polar caps in Antarctica, Alaska. Why do you have a polar bear like in Chicago or something more? That's what Esau do, man. That's how you know America. That's how you know America is that merchant city, man. They Babylon.
Panda bears and shit.
Yeah, man.
You know, you probably can find every animal on the planet here in America from imports, man. They import all these wild, exotic animals over here, man.
Yeah.
All right. So it says, and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots. Chariots would be the cars. Once again, all these import cars. All right.
Oh, Selecta, when you said beast, I thought about that goat milk you should drink in Publix. I think that came from Australia. I think that goat milk came from Australia. Yep, that's what you said.
All right. Beasts, it's like and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men.
And souls of men.
Yep. So go to show you your social security, your merchandise. All right, your soul. Men, your product.
We buying all the trade and everything and like that with our money. Like I said, 800 million on the so-called hair and stuff like that, you know? And speaking on the beast, when they was doing the steel sanctions and stuff like that with China was like, all right, we ain't gonna buy y'all meat no more, you know? Yep. China and Mexico is like the biggest buyers of Americans' meat. Yep. So, and you know, a while back, you know, meat was at an all-time low, man. You can buy meat for like real cheap because, hey, we had an abundance of it, you know? And America wasn't moving it. So, again, as you see, these are all the signs of while the merchants are still here, but you can see it's a sign of a so-called struggle when those nukes come in that day. These people will be like, well, shit, where are we going to get money from now? Yep. You know?
Hey, you know what? They're going to be selling all that shit to us, man. Yeah. We're going to be that world power. All right? They're going to have to come up and
they're going to be offering. They're going to be selling. They're going to be offering.
The water. It's like it, the water. They're going to come up and offer it up to us, man. We ain't going to be buying shit, man. You know, it ain't gonna be working like that.
The only thing I want from all y'all is all the gold and fine metals. Yep. All the metals and the golds and the jewels.
He can heat us up by they footing. doing one of them right there. Watching
While
all
I'm
them
gonna fall out. I'm gonna be like, what is this?
Call them coins.
Hey man, I might hit it. He put one of them Sonics. Ding!
Yeah.
I had to clutch you.
Yeah,
bro.
you went off.
I had to.
You went off.
I went on, man.
I got a precept for that, brother. I got you right here. Isaiah 60:3. And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising. Lift up thy eyes round about and see.
To the brightness of our rising, like the brother said. In that day, we're gonna be that new bright. Hey, matter of fact, like the brother had said in that video about the kingdom he saw. Like the brother was like perfect. Man, we're gonna be glorious in that day with YAHAWASHI. And the Gentiles, they're gonna come to us. You know?
This is what they're gonna do. It says, lift up thy eyes round about and see. All they gather themselves together. They come to thee. Thy sons come from far, and thy daughters shall be nursed at thy side.
So, go to show you right there. Hey, they even gonna be offering their women, all right, their sons. All of them gonna be servants. Tell you in Isaiah the 14th chapter. All right, they shall be servants and handmaids, man. All right, read on.
It says, verse 5. Then thou shalt see and flow together. Thy heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee.
So the abundance of the sea, the people, they're gonna bring all it to us, all that fine gold. Because if you do a Google search right now, Russia and China hoarding gold, you see they hoarding like 3-point-something million tons. Yeah. You know, just do a quick Google search, man. They hoarding a lot of gold, man. All right, so all the abundance of the sea, meaning the people, is gonna be converted unto us. All right. Hey, how you think when you read the description of the kingdom of heaven, streets paved with gold? We gonna need to get up all that gold from them, man. All right, it's gonna come from all the nations, all their resources, man. It's gonna come to us.
I got another precept after that. Let me finish this off, and I got that, because the main resource is the human resource. That's the #1 resource on the planet Earth. That's how these elites think. They don't want the gold, they don't want the oil, they don't want the money. They can give a damn about that. As long as they got you, you'll go plow the earth for it. All right, and that's going to go into the next precept. This is Isaiah 60:5. Then thou shalt see and flow together. Thy heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. All right, it says, the multitude of the camels shall cover thee. The dormities of Midian and Ephah and from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense, and they shall show forth the praise of Yahweh. So they bring forth the gold. You ain't gonna have to go get the gold or build up anything else like that. All right. I'm gonna grab one more precept. This is Psalms 2. It says Psalms 2:8. It says, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession." So again, the #1 resource is the human resource. As soon as we get these other nations in captivity, bro, we ain't gotta worry about shit, man. Like the brother said, we ain't gonna build up no nation. We're not gonna build up no kingdom. They gonna build it up, all right? They gonna do everything for us. We want gold, they gonna go get it. We want a wife, we want another nation, they gonna go get it. Just like today, we out here plundering these other nations and taking all the resources for them. We the #1 people in their military. They gonna do that for us. We the ones building up these high-rise skyscrapers and building these cars and everything else. Hey, the table's gonna turn, man. We're gonna get that #1 resource, the human resource, all right?
Hey, hold on. That precept you had brought out of Revelation, the last two basically resources they had, what it said? Slaves and souls of men. Exactly. Put the emphasis on it, man. And then I'm gonna bring this precept out real quick. This is Haggai chapter 2, verse 8. The silver is mine and the gold is mine, say of Yahweh of hosts. So hey, all this gold they're holding up, like you were saying with the scripture when it said the streets shall be paved with gold. Well, guess what? We're gonna need all that gold, man. We're gonna need every last piece of it. You got something to bring out?
No. Well, I'm gonna
continue.
This is verse 14. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee. So everything, the fruits, going back to that parable of the fruits, the fruits that thy soul lusted after have departed from thee. All right, so all these things that these Americans in America desire, it's going to depart from thee. You're going to lose it all. All right. Reading on, it says, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. Reading on, it says, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her. So the merchants of these things, the people that sold these things to America, that made rich by her. All right, it says, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. So these other nations gonna stand afar off. The merchants that sold their goods to America, they gonna stand afar off, weeping and wailing, crying. Like, oh my God, no! How they, you know, they ain't gonna know, you know, how we gonna make money? How we gonna do this? How we gonna do that? Oh, America's gone. So the merchants gonna be weeping and wailing, man. Reading on, it says, and saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen, and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught.
So all this that you see,
yep.
Because matter of fact, that Mr. Babylon, that German revelator, saw, he was marveling at it. He said, so like the brother said, all this you see around you gonna come to naught. Before us it's as the Garden of Eden, but behind us a desolate wilderness. So once again, Jacob's trouble, man. When all this money falling, when all this money comes to naught, it's gonna be a straight slaughter right here. It's gonna be a battle royale. It's gonna be a dog eat dog world. Every man for himself, and all these people around us, they don't figure out about YAHAWASHI. So it will be nothing in their mind to take you out. Because they lost everything, man. Esau is such a wealth. If Esau loses his job and his 401k, Esau come home, blow everybody's head off and his own, and light the house on fire at the same time. That's what Esau would do for real. For real. Real talk, man. So in that day when Esau lose everything, Esau gonna be looking for you niggas, man. All right, he gonna be looking for you, because he already hates you. He already has the passionate hatred for you. Perpetual, right? I just want to bring it up.
Ron, I got this. This is quick, real quick. Why China and Russia are buying so much gold, and I'm just gonna tell you some of the numbers of gold that they hoarding real quick. It says last year China lifted part of the veil over its gold reserves, breaking a 6-year silence to reveal holdings of 1,658 tons. All right?
1,058 tons?
1,658 tons
of gold. But you think you something, you got money in your pocket. Because you got money in your pocket?
You can't even afford an ounce of gold, goddamn.
Yeah,
like 3,000.
An ounce is like
3,000 or some shit.
$1,300, $1,300 for an ounce of gold. All right, that's the current price. It used to be like 30 bucks for an ounce of gold.
But niggas out here balling with this.
1,658 tons of gold. Look, and it's shaped like the little nuggets. That's gonna be all in the streets in Israel.
Oh, spirit. Hey, remember in hardcore bondage, wherever you go and you see a brick road, the Augusta brick road, them are slave roads that we had to build. Hey, all them bricks that they had made us lay down, they gotta lay every gold brick down for us in the kingdom.
That's right.
Real talk, man.
Double.
Hell yeah. Dope.
They got some of them bricks here in St. Pete, but I used to live over there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I grew up with the street. Right behind me had Augusta bricks all up and down the street.
That's what a nice house.
Oh, I think they're Augusta bricks.
Okay, I was gonna say in Augusta, Georgia.
Exactly.
They actually, that city is a real old city. It's just like this, number of brick roads and everything like that. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think the bricks came from Augusta, Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. They were saying Augusta on the bricks, man.
Yep. So
not one stone shall be
1,658 tons of gold China has, and you know they still doing it daily, man. Hoarding all that gold, and that's just China. Imagine Russia, even the U.S. has gold here too. They have a little gold, all right. But all these countries have gold everywhere, man. All them blocks, you can actually go on YouTube and see banks of gold, and they like big old blocks, like this big, you know, that long. Man, all that's gonna be in the kingdom, man.
If I may add,
you know?
I'm gonna tell you what really happened to you in 9/11. Because you remember at Fort Knox, they said all the gold was gone. That gold be gone. But what really happened with 9/11 was that the Saudi Arabia said they wanted their gold back from the 70s. Remember you were able to put your gold into the banking system and they can give you X amount of dollars. But then Henry Kissinger said, nah, we cutting off the gold standard. They kept their gold. So then they implemented them with the petrodollar, said you gotta spend our dollar bills on trade with your own oil. So then the Saudi Arabia were like, hey, you know what? We still got some gold over there. All that gold was in the bottom of the World Trade Center. Cause they said 2 weeks prior to the time was going down, they wouldn't let no dog sniffing bomb dogs in the building, nothing like that. And then they said they kept seeing a lot of construction on the inside of the building, man. And all that gold was going. That's why soon, come on, whenever somebody burns down a house or something, you always investigate. As soon as the towers went down, they gave all that steel over to China and turned it into a memorial. They ain't investigate shit. So they kept their gold, they took their gold, they slaughtered or sacrificed 2,000 people and then went to war so they could take over the Middle East. That's all it was.
And they actually was showing those trucks taking that gold out. But there's a movie, a Die Hard movie, I believe, that actually pre-predict that, where they have like some kind of diversion with a terrorist attack or something, and they literally are driving out trucks from out of the basement full of gold. But now I think about that, but they actually did do that in 9/11. Like they was driving them damn trucks out right in the construction. It was just nothing but gold in the backhand.
And I'm glad you mentioned it, because everybody made that movie with Samuel Jackson called "As Long Kids Good Night." In that movie, the dude was talking about, because they were saying some kind of plot. And then the woman, she was an assassin, but she had amnesia, but she'll come back to it. And she was like, so you saying you're going to blow up the World Trade Center? He said, no, we're going to blame it on the Saudi Arabia. We're going to blame it on the Middle Eastern. I never forget the elders brought that out. And that movie came out in the early 90s, and that had happened during 2001. And they told you in that movie that they were going to take down the ship. Not the ship, I think the towers.
You pay close enough attention on the video, you can see it like floor by floor.
It was a perfect demolition. Boom, 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 boom. Even one in New York firefighters, he had a New York accent. He was like, yeah, it's like a perfect demolition. When it came down, all I heard was boom, 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 boom. He said exactly how he did it. And you cannot find that clip no more on YouTube anymore. Matter of fact, you probably can't find it.
Hey, just look at the regular video, man. How does all that material turn into straight dust and ash in a matter of seconds? All the concrete, all the steel, all the wires, all the wood, all the pipes, all the everything.
On a plane that hit the top floor.
Forget about the airplane. You watching your eyes in a matter of seconds, all that material turn to dust in a matter of seconds. Like before you blink your eye, all that heavy material and everything turned to straight dust. Go back and look at World War II when they sit there and had the blitzkrieg on Europe. They was bombing the hell out of them. All you see was this material and everything over there. 9/11, it just turned to straight dust in a matter of seconds.
Because it was all bombs.
And tactical nuclear bombs right there. No radiation, no fallout. They hit one building strategically, turned to straight dust, man. There's nothing else in the world that can turn all that material into dust. Trillions or tons and tons and tons of material, straight dust. Metal and everything, clothes, everything is straight powder, man.
Oh, matter of fact, at the bottom of the Twin Towers, they found passports not burned up.
Yeah. They found a pathway. They found terrorists.
Other terrorists.
Hey, you found paper. But you found paper that ain't burned though. But the steel beams and everything melted.
It's so sloppy.
Oh my goodness, boy. That's a story that got all kind of holes in it.
But how long you love simplicity? You know,
yeah.
You like stupid shit.
These people are idiots, bro.
Yeah, man.
You've seen that shit, but just like, damn.
Here, this
is
as
a
you
passport.
can see, this is a passport. It's not burnt. It's clear.
This is how we know who it is.
Fuck out of here, man.
But the metal's all burnt.
All burnt, twisted up like a pretzel. But this paper boy got some power to it.
Hey, when you can still see the thermal, the camera's still burning for weeks on, because all the molten steel and metal, but the passport still survived. You know, come on.
They survived. They was on the plane in the. Let's go, man.
Hey,
we're here all day, man.
On the elevator.
A precept to that, but it said the precept in Romans
Fahrenheit
said,
9/11.
professing themselves to be wise, they become fools. You see what I'm saying? Y'all act like y'all know everything. Y'all know what's going on. The minute the Lord is trying to tell you what's going on, like I always bring out about 9/11. I hate talking about that. Like, look, you seen all that shit turn to dust. Answer that first and foremost where the material went. Then come to me about everything else. You know what I'm saying?
People still
But
can't get over that shit.
yeah, but professing themselves to be wise, I know this, I know that, I know this. Like, look, man, there's something way bigger ahead, man. You dealing with Esau Edom, man. You dealing with the damn devil that the Bible talk about, man. This is on a whole nother level. There's some goddamn the terrorists doing this and these people doing that, man. It's way bigger than that, man.
Because the scriptures say, and neither keepeth at home. He don't want to keep it home. Because prior to that, what they was just chilling, right? Americans being Americans.
Everybody's coming over to America.
Yeah, everybody come to America.
After that, the Y2K people commit suicide.
Man, we got to take over. We got to depopulate. We got to get some of these people out of here. Some of the war. You know, they just
depopulate, like you said.
Messy, bro.
Yeah.
You know, they just messy, man. They got to do everything. They can't keep it home. They can't just operate as a country and just, you know, day to day. No, they got to go to war. They got to do this. They got to do that.
Okay, they took down the Twin Towers. We got to go over there. They had weapons of mass destruction. We're gonna stay over there. Oh, now Russia, no, hold on. Now they have nuclear weapons in Iran. We're gonna stay over here. Now Syria, Assad is killing the people with chemical warfare. We gotta stay over here. Yeah. Oh, Russia wanna help. Oh, Russia's our enemy now. Oh, China with Russia. Oh, that's our enemy. We gotta stay over here. Busybody, bro.
You know?
They never stay at home. Go ahead.
Verse 17, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught.
Right.
And every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off. Right? It says, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? All right, because hey, America was one of those great empires, man. What city was like unto this city? Reading on, it says, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city where were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness.
Oh, who had ships in the sea by the reason of her costliness? Now, it was about maybe 3 or 4 months ago that America had a shipment of soybeans that were just going around in circles out there outside of China because that was the time when they was putting those terrorists on each other. But they had ships in the water by the costliness, man. So whenever you shipping something, think about it, shipping and handling inside the store. Before it gets to that store on the truck, it comes off of one of those cargo ships, man. Off real.
So it says, by the reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. You know, so that hey, it ain't gonna be no need to send more ships over here. But it's gonna be desolate. It's gonna be burnt up. Everybody in the world they're in. So all they're gonna be doing is what the scriptures say. The scripture brother brought out. It says the abundance of the Gentiles shall be brought unto us of the seed. All their resources are gonna be brought unto us, man. All right, that's who you're gonna be laboring for. That's gonna be your next rulers, the Israelites. Go ahead, Art.
In the book of Isaiah, something right in that chapter, matter of fact. Isaiah chapter 60, verse 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
Right, and mercy gonna be unto the 1/3 of the elect.
Okay. This is it. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually.
Gates are open continually. That's like Walmart, open 24/7. Hey, employment's gonna be there continually. Our gates will never close, man.
Right.
You know why? Because they gonna want to come and bear gifts into us through the spirit of fire. YAHAWASHI.
Hey, cuz, I mean, yeah, we gonna train too in the kingdom, but we gonna be training heathens.
Yeah, that's it, man.
We gonna be training off in the kingdom. All right, we're talking about the next rulers forever, man.
Like, cuz, hey, man, and let me give you 10 of these Moabites for that Edomite, because, man, that curry chicken she made last night. Real talk, man. You know, hey, she been talking to you? How many shekels? For real. That's how it be, man.
All the righteousness.
All righteousness.
God. It says,
Hi.
rejoice over her, thou heaven and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God hath avenged you on her. All right, so that's gonna be the Lord is gonna avenge America for us. The Lord is gonna make this place desolate for us, man. For all the pain, everything we went through. All right, being lowly, watching these heathens prosper. The Lord's gonna bring all that to naught, man. Exactly. Wait. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how I brought you low, how I made you bare. You know, how I brought you to a lower state. How your children were sold off to other people.
Because that's a balance.
Exactly.
He brought us this low, so what? He gonna put us on that level, man. We gotta suffer this wrath patiently. But it says what? For he that brought these things upon thee shall deliver thee, man. So it's just a balance. He brought us in
That's a wisdom of Solomon.
No, that's another root.
All right, it's one of wisdom of Solomon too.
That's right.
All right. It says, rejoice over her, thou heaven and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High avenge you on her. So you brothers that's in His truth, all right, that's in truth and sincerity, looking forward to serving the Lord. All right, you have a great reward coming, man.
Right.
So rejoice over her, because it already happened. It already happened. John saw it happen, man. We just waiting to see it play out. It's written right here. He saw it. Exactly, it's a script.
Go and write this in the book. Tell it to my people.
Exactly.
They are faithful.
Run. He said, run.
So this is your faith right here, the words. Faith comes by hearing. So this is your faith. All right, America has already been destroyed, you know, in the next dimension, so to say. It has already been destroyed. So this is my faith right here. So why not labor for an incorruptible crown? Why not labor for everlasting life, man?
You lose your crown over here.
Exactly.
You be the man at the top, and then you just fall off. Take your crown from you.
Come. You know? Reading on. It says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down. And how is America established? Habakkuk 2 tell you, woe to the bloody city. America was established by blood. Like right now, you know, you got this Thanksgiving weekend coming up next week. All right? Thanksgiving Thursday. So with violence shall this place be brought down. Same way it was brought up. Same way it was established, man.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta get out of here.
So put your game face on. Put your game face on. Put that war face on, man. So that's what's gonna happen. You know? Like Elder Tar said earlier, yo, they didn't cry when we went down. They were happy, man. Look at them pictures. Rejoice. I mean, who wouldn't like servants? You know, they was happy. Oh, I ain't got to get up and wash clothes. I ain't got to get up and take care of the farm animals. I got a bunch of niggas and spicks out there to do it for me.
I could choose.
So
I can choose any of them women on board.
So you mean tell me they gonna be friends? Oh man, I'm sorry. I got y'all in this predicament, man.
That's why the Quran had deceived them.
No, man. So we gonna be happy when we see that downfall, man.
Right.
You know, because right now a lot of these Edomites losing their mind. They're getting upset because they're eating noodles and.
But we happy.
Yeah, exactly.
And we tell our people, you should be happy too.
You know, they losing it.
Yeah, because when you were living in the projects in the ghettos, eating the noodles and everything, they were eating steak tartare. But now that you see them in Dollar General going up in the CL 500, and they looking too good.
Exactly.
Exactly. What's crazy is where I do my videos at, it's like a normal little park, like a little arena and stuff, right? Man, it used to be empty as hell out there. Now all of a sudden I'm seeing like, not no raggedy ass busted cars, regular cars, like regular Edomite cars, and people living in them. I'm like, fuck, everybody go homeless? Like, this car looks like you still got a payment on there.
You were saying that like earlier this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, well, when somebody got their ass beat, that was actually like,
yeah, they were screaming for help.
Right, and that was the beginning of it. But that was a Jake living in a busted ass Jake car, like how Jake, we would normally see Jake.
Oh, it was just Jake back there, but I used to eat about.
Yeah, it was Jake in a busted ass regular Jake car. You'd be like, all right, that's normal. But nowadays, you see like regular, nice, like this Honda CRV or whatever it is, like, wait a minute, why your ass living in your car? You look like you're still making a payment on that motherfucker. Like, come on, man.
Oh, that's true though, man. It's like,
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, because the battalion of people is, oh, let me give me a nice car, but I'm gonna stay in this apartment on the lease. But then when you lose that job, you gonna lose the car and the apartment, and the woman, and the woman.
Because what's so beautiful, when I be in the grocery stores, I be seeing the Edomites with their EBT card. They do it real fast. You know, putting their pocket. They don't want you to see they using EBT and shit. You know, Jake used to it. You know?
So what do you use the credit and debit? What? Yeah.
Real quick. I see it all the time.
Hey, but hold on. The number one people that are on WIC is Esau. Yes. Esau Edom, man. But they try to put out people like that as the front. All right, you be all day just.
Oh, hey, that's how you edify. Reading going says, and a mighty angel took down a stone like a great millstone, cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. And the voice of harpers and musicians, and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all indeed. So it ain't gonna be no of a peep in America no more. All right? That's the future of America, according to the Heavenly Father. The Lord is gonna destroy America, man.
That's right.
No more musicians, no more peepers. Not a peep. Anything gonna be going down in America anymore, man. It's gonna be a desolate land, and that's how it should be, man. Especially for you Israelites, y'all should desire to see that, because this country destroyed your foreparents, man. Destroyed them. There was not once was there ever a good day in the past for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans in America. Like that one comedian you said, you posted a video. He said, if I would do anything, I would never go into the future. If I was a white man.
Cook.
I will always go back in the past because the past is always good for them. But in the future, they know they're gonna have to pay for all the bloodshed.
Because he made a joke about. He said, what if like when you see an alien ship come to the planet and you see like 8 feet tall Native American Indians and everything, everybody think that they're supposed to be God coming back, but then out of all the wickedness that we've done to them, like they slaughter us and kill us and put us in slavery. That's why he said he's never gonna go into the future, man. Shalom, YAHAWASHI, now Sean, I see the crocodiles.
Shalom, man. You know, so it says, musicians and pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee, and no craftsman or whatsoever crafty be shall be found any more in thee.
So here in America, all these entrepreneurs, all these kids coming out with these new gadgets, all right, all these people with all these different types of crafts, with different ways of making money, all that's going to be the knock. It's not going to matter anymore. Uber Eats, all that's going to be the knock too, all right?
And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. And that mill, that grind millstone, that's work. It shall be found no more. No more work here in the streets of America.
No more 18-wheeler trucks. No more school buses. No more public service vehicles. All right, no airplanes flying. No UPS airplane. No FedEx airplanes, man. All right, you won't see no more ships coming in. It's all gonna be cut off. All right, finito.
Verse 23, and the light of a candle shall no more shine at all in thee.
What's that light? It's a spirit. The spirit of America. It's
and then going back to Isaiah 14 chapter, Lucifer, the light bearer.
Lucifer,
all right? That light that's coming out of here in America, which is a light of wickedness.
Exactly.
All right? It shall come out no more at all in thee, man. It's gonna be put out.
They call him out for the wickedness now.
That skirt lifted up.
Reading on, it says, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee, for thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
Ooh.
You know?
By thy sorceries shall all nations were deceived. Man, and you know they go back to when they first came out with the television, man. Because they had all these little shows back then that would show you like Bonanza, all the shows. And then they give you movies, and then they implement these cartoons. Go back to Walt Disney. He had all kind of racial innuendos in his cartoons, in all his movies, man.
Even the symbol, even had 666 in it.
The symbol. So all of that was a part of their sorceries as well. And you can go anywhere in the world, Mickey Mouse, and they know who Mickey Mouse is. You know, all that was sorceries upon our children. All right, and then even that music is sorcery. But really, that sorcery goes back to them writing all those unrighteous decrees. That's what it was, man. That's how they got the people.
All right, sorceries. The Greek word there is like pharmakia. All right, sorceries. It says the use or the ministering of drugs. That's a form of sorcery, huh? Take this. This good. All right, all the drugs, man. The pharmaceutical companies, man. All right. It says poisoning. All right, which came in the form of the pharmaceutical companies. Your GMOs are your chemicals in your food. Everybody's deceived by this. Like, this is the way of life. Soda and burgers.
That's spiritual. Because whenever you think about the pharmacy, they have the R with the X at the bottom. And then whenever you think about poison, they have the X with the skull at the top.
The Walgreens, I think it's the Walgreens or the other spot.
They have the beaker.
Yeah, the logo is actually a witch's cauldron. And then that RX thing you're talking about is like a stick in there.
Exactly. Fine, you're absolutely right, man. Yeah. Because the word pharmacy go back to pharmakia, which means witchcraft. Yep.
Oh, kind. Hey, and the elder from DTA brought that out too, man.
We're not ignorant of Satan.
No. The elder DTA, Elder Tazayuan, he brought that out in one of his videos a long time ago, going into that word pharmacy. Because the medical symbol, they have the little medical thing, and then it has a serpent around it. That goes back to pharmacy, which is pharmacy, which is from the word pharmakia, which means witchcraft, man. All right, and that's where you would get. I'm trying to think of that bitch's name, Methuselah. Whatever the fuck that shit is with the head. Where is it?
But
Yeah,
Methuselah-
yeah, current. Which
Methuselah was one of our forefathers.
Slakia. And one of Medusa. That's what, which is what? Sorcery, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's the word for sorcery in the Greek, pharmakia. Pretty much pharmakia.
Yeah.
You know? It says poisoning, sorcery, magical arts often found in connection with idolatry and fostered by it. All right? It says metaphor, the deceptions and seductions of idolatry. All right? So all the nations were deceived by that. I guarantee you right now, Thanksgiving is coming up. You got people in China getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And when Christmas come up, you're gonna have people in China celebrating Christmas. People in Africa celebrating Christmas, man. They were deceived by that. Sorceries. We go into all that shit. All that is wicked, man. Witchcraft.
You got Jake right now that's celebrating the 4th of July when they were still slaves in 1776. Thanksgiving, you got Indian Israelites, but really, you know, you got Gad and Simeon, the Seminoles, so-called Seminoles, Reuben, celebrating their own downfall, their extermination. You know? I mean, that's, you know, this is backwards and wickedness, all right?
Huh. So that's pretty much it on that word. All right. Saying it's the way of life. Like you, I see certain stories that said Chinese herbs. You think they sticking to the Chinese herbs now, man? No, go to the pharmacia, the pharmacy, and use that medicine, their drugs, man.
That came out today. They're making fake steaks in China.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the American way of life, man.
Like
Bro, look at Chinese people, bro. Come on. Look at their culture, their behavior. You know damn well they went into all that bullshit.
Not even
man.
a millennium ago. It's a movie.
You know?
What's the name of that movie? That elder apostle. So I was talking about the young boy became king over there in China. Something king. I forgot her name. But yo, man, hey, because the British actually went over there and subjugated China. All right, the British army. They were like back in the early 1900s, man. All right. I think I named it.
Fine. But you know the attributes of Moab, man. You know they went into all that, but what now they into the GMOs, they into making all the fake stuff while to sell, to be a merchant, to sell more stuff to the U.S. You know,
that's the way.
Exactly, that's the way.
Exactly. To increase
is to make fake stuff.
Right.
So they took that philosophy.
Right.
They was deceived. They took that.
That's why
Yo,
they
you
go
ain't got to
well.
do the natural way no more, man. Look, go do this, do that. Make fake products. Make fake this. Make fake rice, plastic rice and shit, man. They selling people plastic rice, man. Fake food. Fake steaks.
Or like if you know stuff though, they tell you about some Vicks vapor rub rubbing on your chest, or you can just get peppermint oil and you can inhale it. Yeah, that's a natural way. And then right, you go and buy those synthetic drugs that they make.
And all those countries have took on that philosophy, that way, man. All right. It's not about quality; it's about quantity with them.
And it's the quantity of the dollar bills they make.
Huh. You want to make more money, you gotta have more quantity. Forget quality. That's their way.
And the only way you can make more quantity is by reducing the quality.
Yeah.
That's how they do it.
Taking from it.
Taking more from it.
And putting more fake shit. Like shit you can't even pronounce the name of.
Like that time we went to Red Lobster, we had got that chicken. We gotta let you know we went to Red Lobster, it was the chicken Alfredo. But hey, then one time we ate it, it didn't have the same. And what the chef told you, they had to cut back on the sauce.
Exactly, to spread it.
Yeah.
You know? You know what? If you can't pronounce it, man, you shouldn't be eating it, man. You read the ingredients like, yo, like, but then when you eat more, you know, you find stuff like, oh, now, you know, you find like little natural brands and shit. You see how simple it is. You might have 5 ingredients, you know? One example offhand, the ice cream, Talente, right? It only got like 5 ingredients. But you get some cheap ass ice cream, you got a whole paragraph like that big. You know, that's just an example.
That just goes to East of trying to be God, thinking they can do everything better than what's already been original.
Yeah, exactly. And what's so beautiful about it, even though it's artificial, where do they get the substance from? The earth. Esau just trying to remake it, man. Reinvent the wheel, man.
Artificial vitamins. You know, instead of going to get an orange, we got a vitamin C packet for you.
Emergency.
You know, emergency.
Emergency.
You
know? He's gonna get you an orange, man. Bite into the orange and get your vitamin. As a matter of fact, you're gonna get other benefits from eating the orange rather than drinking orange juice or getting that emergency. Esau, man, the Pope, you know.
But then look, you can't even go buy an orange because then the orange don't got no seeds in it.
So it's not a real orange then.
Come on, man.
It's fake, man. GMO.
Hey, this is the worst case scenario. This is hell right here.
That's the worst case scenario too.
You know, this is hell that we living in.
Yeah, but like the scriptures say in Isaiah, I should be like the Most High, right? But then you go back to Genesis, the Most High, you know, you can read it. God created all these things, said it was good. The seed or the fruit with the seed afterward. But he took it and changed up every damn thing with his witchcraft and his turning some things upside down, you know. But what? It's gonna be esteemed like the potter's clay, man. All this shit's got. That's why everything gotta be burnt up, turned to that lake of fire. Because Esau's turned everything upside down, you know.
All right, let me get the preset the brother put on here real quick. All right, it says Amos 5:21. I hate and despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies, man. All these upcoming Thanksgiving, man, and they really think they doing God's service. Oh, what are you thankful for? That's how you do. What are you thankful for? Oh, what are you thankful for? I say, man, you understand the meaning, all right, behind that whole Thanksgiving thing, man. The slaughtering of the indigenous people of this land. But they thinking to thank God. What are you thankful for? No. The Lord say he hate and despise your feast days, man. Alright? Reading on, it says get another Psalms 108:9. Moab is my washpot, over Edom will I cast out my shoe, over Philistine will I triumph. So Moab is the Most High is using Moab, man. Alright, it's his washpot. Because Moab is is actually stirring things up against Esau as well, man. Moab has took on a lot of philosophies of Esau. What we saw today when we first set up camp, when the Moabite women come over here, first thing they do is get with Esau, man.
Esau, yep.
Okay? Yep. Them Chinese women stay in with these white men when they come over here. Alright? And these so-called white men love these Chinese women. That's all Asian women. You know, I be hearing at my job talking about Asian women and shit, man. You know?
They love, you wanna know why they love the Moabite women too as well? That they are subservient. They are the most subservient women on earth, man. Straight up.
It's Jeremiah 48:15. Moab is spoiled and going up out of her cities, and his chosen young men are going down to the slaughter with the king, whose name is the Lord of hosts. Because Moab is spoiled too. If you go in certain places in Moab, they gotta wear face masks because the production with all the factory and shit, man. They got red water, it polluted. You know, biting. They can bite the air. That's how thick the air is over there. Going after all this production, because why? They got to make all this product to sell here to the merchant city of America, Babylon, man. Okay, so Moab is spoiled too. If anytime you watch any ancient movies with kung fu or something, you see peaceful Moabite people living on the mountains and shit, man, drinking water from a,
happy they got their tea.
Yeah, tea and rice and shit, man.
Floating and shit.
Come on.
What's up?
Now you go to that Moab, they got on suits and ties. You know, they got big screen TVs and home phones and shit, man. Bro. You know, spoiled, man. They was deceived by the sorcerers of America.
Wow.
All right, the serpent, he deceived the whole world. Now they spitting that shit back up, man. Spewing it up. Like, damn, this ain't no way of life.
That's why, hey, the scripture saying Obadiah, the nations that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
All right. Romans 1:25, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. Right. So change the ordinances, man. Isaiah 24 chapter, man. The earth is defiled and the inhabitants thereof, man. Right. Changing the ordinances. Changing everything up, man. Their way is better. Their artificial way is better. You know?
Is better.
Get back into this. Finish up on this last verse here. It says, "Where the great men of the earth, for by the sorcery were all nations deceived." And we went into that sorcery, man. All right. The lies, the pharmaceutical companies, drugs, Everybody was deceived by that. Now you got Jake and a lot of these bugged out lower level Edomites on K2 and shit. Artificial synthetic weed, bugging them out, bro. Bugging them people out. You know? All these drugs out here, people bugging themselves out. You know, K2, synthetic weed, all that shit, man. You see an epidemic of that. People talking about they feel like they brain freezing and just all kind of wicked shit, man. You know? It says, and in her was found the blood of the prophets and of the saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. You know?
So here, and where will you find the blood of the prophets? In the land itself, because the land has been defiled by our blood. You know? So how is the Most High going to purify this land? By the blood of him that shed therein, right? How are you going to do it? By the hands of his people Israel, but he going to also do it by bringing out the thermonuclear warheads, man. That's it, man.
This is army as well.
Yeah, hey, he's called the Lord of Hosts, the Lord of Armies, man. He controls all armies on earth, man. And the Heavenly Father dwells in the kingdom of men. That's what it boils down to. He is a man of war, all right? He mustereth the battle. Every battle has been with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this is going to be with flame of fire, all right? Fuel of fire, so that's in the Bible, fuel of fire. So, hey, that's how the Lord's going to fight, man, all right? And they do hurt. Revelation.
This is 1 Thessalonians 4 verse 1. Furthermore, then we beseech you, brethren, and exhort you by the Lord YAHAWASHI, that as ye have received of us, how ye ought to walk and to please the Most High, so ye would abound more and more. So we see how this world polluted, okay? So these letters are writing on to us, man, on how we should walk and please the Most High, man. All right? To cut ourselves off from this world as much as possible. All right? To not walk as these people, man. All right? We read the scriptures. All right? The Lord teach us the medicines of the earth, so we're not going to Esau's pharmaceutical companies. All right? Being poisoned. They tell you it helps you on this, but then you get 5 other side effects: bleeding the stomach, headaches, hallucinations, you know, thoughts of suicide, depression. All right, so we walk not according to this life, not according to this world. The Lord let us know what the true medicines are, which is medicines of the earth, whole foods. Just eating whole foods will give you health, man. All right, just whole foods, things that's not mixed up, man, not processed. Okay, whole foods. That's what the word health go back to. Whole, man.
Just expensive.
Exactly. Whole Foods is expensive, man. You go to that store, Whole Foods, that shit expensive as hell. You know?
I was just gonna say, like you said, they would make all these synthetic drugs and all this synthetic food. You got a movie called Limitless, where this man would take a pill and then he would have complete clarity. Like he can see it, he can see and emphasize on eating everything that's around him. But the side effect would be that I think he would wake up and forget where he was or something that happened to him. Well, they got an herb called Bacopa that give you that same kind of clarity in your mind. But Esau make a movie where they make a synthetic drug, but it shows you that there are side effects to it, man. Mm-hmm. All right.
That's beautiful. What I'm saying, you know. So read on. No, go ahead and get it. So read on. It says, for ye know that the commandment we gave you by the Lord YAHAWASHI, for this is the will of the Most High, even your sanctification, that ye should abstain from fornication, man. All right? It's filth, man. Sustain from this. Whether it's physical fornication, spiritual fornication, abstain from all this, man. Cleanse yourself. Walk in ways that's pleasing the Most High, man. And we know how scriptures say, how shall the young man cleanse his way? By taking heed according there to the word, man. If you stick to this word, you can't go no wrong. This word is going to lead you on the right path, and then heap onto yourself teachers, man. That's going to teach you righteousness. Going to teach you how to walk this great path, man. That's going to lead you in the way of righteousness, man. Because we constantly being polluted by this world. Whether it's physically, whether it's morally, spiritually. This place is completely filthy, man. Okay? So we got to walk in the sight of the Heavenly Father, pleasing Him. All right? And first and foremost, that's through faith, man. Because Abraham was counted righteous by his faith and believing. That's why we're so marveled at the chick early today, man. older Asherite, older. She probably like late 40s, early 50s, man. Okay, but she believed on YAHAWASHI, man. She said YAHAWASHI.
Yep.
You know, which is beautiful, and that's righteous, man.
And with no shame, like
Exactly.
no shame for everybody, like
Yeah.
damn. That's
You know?
a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
She's not ashamed. That's what we looking for, man. That faith and believing that we truly are the Israelites, man. Hey, how about Shai is coming to save us, man.
Right.
But still, we got to go through our day-to-day battle. Our constantly cleansing ourselves. Our constantly day-to-day examination, man. Setting yourself up right, man. All right, so you can be found worthy. And the scriptures say, lest any one of you come with an evil heart of disbelief, man. You know? Because in this society promotes nothing but carnality. All right? Nothing but carnal things, nothing spiritual. Anything that's spiritual, they try to shut it up or cut it off from Jake. Just like this truth, this very truth that we speak. They looking to cut this from going out, man. So we got to be saved from this current world, from this current polluted world. Here it is. Yet and still, man, you got all nations. Elon walking up and down the road, Esau. Like, what is this? It's confusion, man. What is this? You know? It makes absolutely no sense. Go ahead, you got that precept? Brother, bring out.
This is Colossians chapter 1, verse 10. That ye might walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work, and increasing in the knowledge of God. I see more on that. Strengthened with all might according to his glorious power, unto all patience and long suffering with joyfulness, giving thanks unto the Father, which
So
made
all patience and long suffering. Right? So as we walk this walk, you're gonna have a lot of patience. You're gonna have to do a lot of suffering, man.
Right.
What it said, it vexed Lot from day to day, you know, with their filthy conversations, man. Because here it is, you're trying to be upright and walk this righteous path. But what? Everything around you is against you,
You
man.
guys having their cocaine?
You know?
They ain't homosexual like that.
Come on. So what? You gotta have a lot of patience. That's why the elder Aromla did a video this week, man, about the stress that comes in his truth, man. Say how I was so stressed, he was sweating blood, man. You know, brothers, you know the thing you doing is you fighting, man, for righteous, man. Righteous, like to literally conduct yourself righteously. That's, you know, we ain't saying it's an easy thing, man. You gotta have a lot of patience, man, with these people. And then again, we still need the world, because we gotta work, we gotta go buy food. All right, so we still gotta go in and out this polluted world. So that's why we constantly gotta get this comfort, constantly be washed and cleansed through this word, man. Daily, exactly. You can't be slacking off day to day, man. Because you need to be constantly cleansed, constantly washed. Because you gotta have a lot of patience. Go ahead, Art.
Right. Colossians chapter 1, verse 12. Giving thanks unto the Father, which have made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light.
And how we give thanks? He has made us meet to be inheritors of these things. He sent his only begotten Son, YAHAWASHI, man. John 3:16. But everybody like to quote.
Just gonna get there.
Go ahead.
Who have delivered us from the power of darkness.
Have delivered us from the power of darkness. The darkness of this current world. Esau, which is a power. That's a powerful. All right? You see how powerful that is from day to day. When the flesh is and the spirit is worn out to each other, you being tempted. That's dark power, man, coming at you, man. That's really what you call black power. That right there, evil. You shouldn't be saying black power. No, we're not black, we're brown. That's black power. That evil, man. That evil. Go ahead.
Who have delivered us from the power of darkness and have translated us into the kingdom of his dear Son, in whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins.
So through the Most High sending his Son, YAHAWASHI, that's why we say the water Yahawah, by Hashem YAHAWASHI. Because yeah, YAHAWASHI, he did the deed, but it was the Most High that sent him down here to do it. What he said, call him not as my will, but thy will. Exactly. I came here not to do my own will. Because what? It was up to YAHAWASHI. He prayed 3 times that Lord, take this cup from me. He didn't want to do that. But he did it. Then at the end of that prayer, he said, it's not as I will, but thy will. So let thy will be done. This is the cup you want me to drink, so I'm going to drink it. You know? Go ahead.
James chapter 1, verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak.
Son, swift to hear, slow to speak, man. The scriptures say a wise man will listen and increase learning. So swift to hear. Sirach, the 11th chapter, I believe the 7th verse. All right, before thou judge, examine the whole matter. Listen first. Listen to the whole thing, then speak. All right, because why? When you speak before you examine the whole matter, or speak before the point is made, you make yourself look like a fool. That's foolish. You spoke. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Then why should I listen to anything that come out of your mouth? Because every time you speak, you're always very forward. You know, you gotta listen first, then speak. Go ahead. Whatever that was. All right.
That's more. This is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 13. He that answereth a matter before he heareth it.
Water. He that answereth matter before he hear it, going back to be swift to hear, slow to speak. You know, let the whole matter come out first. You know, because a woman, that's what a woman do. She want to beat you in a conversation.
They won't never shut up.
So before you even get it out, she already told. Hold on, let me explain. Let me tell you the whole matter first. Go ahead.
He that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him.
Exactly, it's folly and shame unto you, man. So be swift to hear, slow to speak. Because why? We know when you talking, you only spewing what you know. But when you stop and listen, you're able to bring in more information.
But remember what it says. Wherefore my beloved brethren. So it's really for the men.
Huh? The men.
Women too emotional. All right, we're going back again. James 1 and 19. Wherefore my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath.
Slow to wrath, because the scriptures say a man that don't have control of his spirit, they speak about that. That's somebody weak, man. That's somebody dangerous. That's a foolish man. They don't have control over his spirit. Slow to wrath, exactly. Go ahead.
For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of Yahawah.
So that's not the righteousness of Yahawah, man. Somebody that's quick to anger, quick to get mad, quick to get upset. You know? You gotta examine things first. Go ahead.
Wherefore, lay apart all filthiness.
And lay apart all filthiness, that old man. Because that old man is filthy, you know? And that's that outward man. But the inward man is clean. It's clean, man. He desire, that's the spirit. He desire to do the right thing. But the flesh that is constantly warned against, going back and forth with. So what? Lay off all filthiness, the old man. That man that you used to be. Lay him off. That man should be dead. All right? Don't resurrect him. You know, that's going back into the world. Let him die off, man. Let him stay there. Go ahead.
He sleep, but he gonna always try and wake up and come knock on your door. You know? Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word which is able to save your souls.
So receive that grafted word which is able to save your soul, man.
So when you go to that word superfluity, the word superfluity is a Greek word that the Greeks use for wax that's in your ear. And it also goes on to say Christians who actually, the scripture says Christians who actually took the essence off of them, meaning that the old man is going away. All right, somebody who's been reborn again. That's basically what the superfluity means. Like the brother said, it's to the spirit, their old man. Gotta get rid of the old man. You know.
Another thing too, like it said, receive the grafted word which is able to save your soul. All right, because the scriptures say, in order to enter the kingdom of heaven, you have to become humble as a child. So in order to receive this word, you got to empty your cup. All right. So everything you learn, all that BS, man, you got to dump that out. All right, and come to the Lord with a new heart and an empty mind as a child, ready to receive. All right. But you can't tell an adult nothing because you can't say nothing to them. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, add to the spirit. That's why a majority of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indians will not come into this truth. Because with this truth comes obedience. All right? And when you go into the etymology of the word obedience, it means submission, basically. All right? You have to submit. And like the brother said, you can't, your father don't want to hear you out. You came from him. All right? So that's why the Heavenly Father, through his only begotten Son, said, look, I come to set a man at variance against his father, man. YAHAWASHI said that. All right? And what? Obedience of faith. You have to submit, which is what? Turn your life around, repent to what? Faith, believing. And that's why you see men on the four corners of the earth in unity and in order, all right? Because what? They have been obedient to the spirit.
Well, submission comes with humility.
And that, right, and you have, and what? And humility goes back to being what? Humble, low to the ground, man. Which Jake, he's somebody in this world, man. Jake don't want to look, Jake like, man, what are you, 19, 20 years old? But what the scriptures tell you, the Lord look not on the outward countenance of a man. And that's why Jake don't want to come into this truth, man. You know?
I don't know if y'all heard of the time when y'all say obedience is like, yeah, it sounds like.
Yeah, that's why he's going to die in his fathers, right?
Hebrew Israelites.
Hey, I ain't hear what nigga say. What you say?
He heard him.
He said on the word obedience, he was like, yeah, that sounds like obedience.
Yeah, because he want to be a nigga. He don't want to be a prince of the power.
Exactly. Going back to it, he looking at us as we saying be obedient to us. Fuck us. We're not talking about us, obedience to us, listen to us. We don't care nothing about that practicing rulership over somebody. We don't care nothing about that, man. We trying to turn you to the Heavenly Father, man.
Right.
I don't want you to, man, look, if I ain't coming out of this word, if I'm not coming out of these scriptures, man, don't listen to shit I told you, man.
I'm gonna read it again.
All right?
I'm gonna read it again.
Simple.
Manifested him.
You know?
Right here. This is for him. This is James chapter 1, verse 21. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness, humbleness, the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. We can't even save ourselves. This word is going to save us. So when we talk about obedience, we talk about obeying what the Lord says. Right? And when he said, oh, that Hebrew Israelites thing, see, you look like the brother said, you looking at us. But hey, we're doing what the Lord told us to do. We're being obedient children. We warning your dumb ass, and if you don't repent, you're going to die. I don't want to write out, we be saved, but you're going to die because you're looking at us like they looked at David. You know?
In obedience. Why the hell you think we out here? We not out here because let's just go out there and do this. We out here because we was commanded to come out here and do this work by YAHAWASHI.
And the elder said the spirit's on you. They never said you got to go out and do it this day and this time. He said if the spirit's on you, go out and do the work.
You know? Because if it was up to us, we'll be sitting at home, man. Just waiting on the kingdom to come. But no, the Lord said you got to put in work to get this. You ain't just, I'm an Israelite and wait on the Lord. No, you got to show your works, man.
Faith by your works.
Your faith by your works. So being obedient, look, we ain't the Most High not standing, physically standing right. We don't see him standing right here with us, man. We came out here because we was commanded to do so, man. So that's who we in obedience to. All right? You know? Oh no, Kwame say you got a precept. No, I'm gonna continue in this.
St. Matthew's 10, verse 20. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. All right?
Exactly. Plainly said, man.
So it's a split of the day, man. You looking at it, it's us like we speaking to you. Then now YAHAWASHI say, look, I come to do my meat is to do the will of him that sent me. As he have sent him into the world, he also sent us. You think we out here just to look good, man?
But he's simple, bro. Carnal. That's carnal. Yeah, that's not obedience. That's not that Hebrew Israelite stuff, man. Look, we not out here for self-glorification, man. I don't care, man. We don't care about if you listen to us or not, man. We here to bring you the word. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't have these Bibles in our hand. We'd just be out here talking to you, man. We coming out here because thus saith the Lord. Right. Everything we say is thus saith the Lord, man. All right? Simple, man. That piss you off. Like, oh yeah. No, man. That's what's gonna get you killed, man.
Con, if I may add to it, it pisses us off because this is love, man. This is real love, man.
2/3, man.
You know? Yeah, this is love. And that's why the scriptures tell you, what's that? Be angry and sin not. You know, because that make you mad, like, no, I'm out here for you.
Yeah, like, I'm not coming out here to speak my own mind,
But
bro.
I'm just speaking that to the whole, to 2/3 of our people. I'm not just talking to him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this 2/3 just make you upset, man. You know? It's like, yo, this the Heavenly Father mercy right here, man. You know, the doors of repentance is closing and you out here playing around, man. You know, shirt tucked in and shit.
What he basically did with this, he basically fulfilled the two precepts we just brought out by seeking the word with meekness and grasp the word to save your soul, and he who answers a matter before he hears it is falling. He just manifested it. So the water YAHAWASHI now shine. He just manifested that. Now he like the fucking fool. You know, and he won't be saved because he didn't want to hear the engrafted word.
Like scripture say, no hand join in hand, and this is not your rest, it is polluted. See what he got, you know, if he is a Jake, you know, a 2/3, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to assimilate with Esau, you know, be all proper and everything like that. He looks highly upon, you know, we want to be like Esau. We think we're making it when we're close to Esau, right? But you know, look right on over there, homeboy at work, you know what I'm saying, on the weekends, you know what I'm saying, where Esau off work on the weekends, but nevertheless, homeboy at work, and he driving a regular Jake car just like the rest of Jake. Like, yo, if I see you in traffic, like, yeah, that's a Jake car. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, whatnot.
The Buick?
Yeah, the little Buick. See, he all high and mighty, but he the same little Jake ass Buick. So I'm like, yo, bro, like, we over here trying to show love to you. You want to be Esau Edom.
He did get out of that bucket.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. It's like, yo, like, oh no, this is that oppressive Hebrew Israelite stuff. So you must think that you're an Edomite. But you still, like Kanye said, you still a nigga in the beds.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, my mom's white.
Ticked off by white. This is one of those. First thing he came up, he was like,
Yeah, he saw that right there. Yeah.
he knew about the Hebrew Israelites. He knew about the Hebrew
I'm going to
Israelites.
show you another example that this word is going out. Because hey, what Elder Hart say, whether they is bad publicity or good publicity, it's good. They know who we are. So hey, you have no cloak for your sins. You know, you've seen us. Everybody knows the Israelites, right? And once again, it's not a religion, bro. That's the thing that killed me, Jake. Oh, you're an Israelite, huh?
They call it a cult.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but this is the point. You're an Israelite. Oh yeah, you one of them Israelites. Nigga, whether you accept it or not, you're an Israelite. It's a heritage, bro. It's a nationality. You know, it's not a religion, bro. It's your nationality. It's what you are. So whether you want to be Israelite or not, you're an Israelite, man. You know, Jake's simple. No, but hey, this going around to the spirit right here. It says, he therefore, verse 8, he that therefore despises not men. But once again, oh, this that Israelite shit, you know. He ain't despise us. You know, reading on, it says, but the Most High, who hath also given unto us his Holy Spirit. So you despise the Most High. Going back to Proverbs, the 1st chapter, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. So the Most High gonna mock him and laugh at him. All right, because he didn't consider, he didn't ask, he didn't inquire. What are you guys out here doing? You know. Reading on, it says, "But at touching brotherly love, ye not. It's like ye need not direct unto you, for yourselves are taught of the Most High to love one another," and that's how it's supposed to be. YAHAWASHI said, "Ye shall know you are my disciples for the love that ye have towards one another," man. Okay. Reading on, it says, "And indeed ye do it toward all the brethren which are in all Macedonia," because this is Paul writing, all right, letter unto the Thessalonica, the city. Okay. "But we beseech you, brethren, that ye increase more and more." So you increase more and more. You're supposed to abound in this thing. Okay. You're supposed to grow in this truth. Increase more and more. More knowledge, more wisdom, understanding, more temperance, more patience. Okay? Increase in this thing. All right? Reading on, it says, and that ye study to be quiet and to do your own business and to work with your own hands as we commanded you. All right? So you got to be seeking out your own salvation. Not just on Saturdays when we come out here to preach the word. You got to be doing your own business, doing your own things daily. Reading, praying on your own. Paul said, not in my presence or in my absence also. You got to be doing these things, man. All right? Reading on, it says, that ye walk honestly toward them that are without, and that ye may lack of nothing. But I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. So the Lord said, through the Spirit, they say that you sorrow not. Because y'all got hope. Jake's sorrowful. Jake don't got no hope, man. But we have hope. The kingdom of heaven, man. The restoration of Israel. Us coming back in the power. That's our hope through the words. Jake hurt, Jake wounded, because the scriptures say in Psalms, I sent my word and it healed them. Jake's still wounded because he ain't receiving his word. He has no hope. You know? Jake depressed. Jake working day to day. You know? Jake is constantly doing all this to what? To try to heal that wound. Jake ain't never had shit. Jake parents were separated. So what? Oh, I'm gonna work and get it on my own. And then after all that working and working and working, you still ain't healed, man. You trying to borrow the things you never had. That's not what's gonna heal you, man. Because at the end of the day, you still in Esau society. That's not gonna heal you.
Shit, look at drugs, alcohol, and the party. That's why do you think people go out on the weekends? You know, especially Jake. Go through all that oppression Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you up off in the club.
That temporary fix. It's a temporary fix, though.
Hey, just think about back in Egypt, you know, they say the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied. Right. And you start to see how people be multiplying because the more and more they get stressed out, the things they do throughout the week. On the weekends, they gonna get fucked up in the clubs, and then they go get promiscuous, and somebody else got another baby mama around the corner, you know?
Hey, that's spiritual. You said club because if you ever do a little history on it, but who was in hardcore bondage, you will have like Solomon Northup, right? How he know how to play the instrument, whatever. Oh, I think it was the piano. What they'll do, they'll take Jakes from different plantations, and like one day on the weekend, they'll have Jake come together. They'll play instruments, and then they'll have them swing there. That's what swing dance came from. And they'll have Edomites there, you know, with their rifles and their guns. And then that's where the word club came from. So club actually originated during the time we was in slavery. So one day out the week, they'll bring their best slave who can play instruments or whatever. Then everybody will dance and everything, and they sing us back to the stables. That's what the word club. Same thing with Jake. Monday through Friday, niggas work all fucking week. They on the weekend, they blow all their money at the fucking club, man. And guess who outside the club waiting for you? The police.
I got that precept for you right here. This is the actual scripture talking about what the brothers are going into. Psalms 137:1. By the rivers of Babylon, we sat down. Yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For they that carried us away captive required of us a song. And they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing the Lord's song, Yahawah's song, in a strange land?
God. And that go right back to us being here in America because that first one, because when that double woke him up on 12 years a slave, they had that double had him up like 2 or 3 in the morning. And then he started singing that one song. I was singing the Negro spiritual at the end of the movie. They want us to sing the song, what is to come out the Bible. But we're in a strange land. You can't even praise our Lord in a strange land. But then it said in the book of Baruch that in those days men shall praise the Lord in the land of our captivity.
So, reading on, it says, for if we believe that Yahawashi died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahawashi will the Most High bring with him. Okay? So we believe that Yahawashi died and rose again, man. Okay? Hey, that's all we need through faith. That's why we was astonished at the you know, going back to the lady that came up earlier, man. Right? She believed what she said, Yahawashi. Yep. Okay? For her to know that name and to speak that name, she had to know what Yahawashi had done. All right? For the nation of Israel, for her people. Okay? Reading on. It says, for this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Yahawashi shall rise first. Okay, so all the brothers that died in his truth, Yahawashi gonna come back, man. That's right. He's coming back to deliver us from all the hurt, all the, man, y'all seen the video was sent out from the brother from Chicago. He had a vision of the kingdom. Speaking of brothers, he was flying. You know, that was a beautiful video, man. You know, he said brothers was happy, brothers was decked out. You know, brothers' face was shining. Brothers was in supreme states. Okay? Oh, the Manatazak, he wears glasses, and he didn't even have glasses on in the brother's vision. All right? Ain't gonna be no more bugged out Jakes. You know, all that's going to be gone, man.
He just started touching. As soon
Yeah.
as he said that, he just going to the Egyptian shit,
Exactly.
touching that shit.
You know?
But on the other note, that other video that the brother put up about his wife working in the hospital, y'all see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they talking about, he might talk about something, yo, God has those he loves and those he hates. You know what I'm saying? And he, all right, we not liked up there, you know, he really hate us up there, you know what I'm saying?
He said he wasn't important. He wasn't important.
Yeah, I wasn't important, you know? Like, damn, the type of, you know, type of spirit you got to be in there, admit that about yourself when you don't even know those people don't know you. But you could have kept that to yourself and keep moving, you know?
Spirit had said that he was in a coma before he woke up and said it. Then the next day when his wife went to speak to him, he had no recollection. It was spiritual.
Took all of the weight.
Water. Sit up there instructions. Take away part from the so Esau wasn't prideful. And you heard that. That's spiritual on the left hand side. It's like, that would be the whole nation.
All right, verse 17. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds. So when the UFOs come, so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Heavenly Father, yo, we gonna be beamed up, Lord's will. Going back to the that account again, 2 shall be in the field, 1 left. All right, we gonna, Lord's will, we be called up into those clouds, man. We YAHAWASHI. Being man, just the thought of seeing those chariots, man. You know, because Jake, man, we feel his captives, man. You can feel the captivity in this place, man. You know you're not free. You constantly being oppressed. You right now, Jake, worrying about how his bill's gonna get paid, worrying about this bill and that bill coming up. Now I got a budget and make sure I got enough money to last throughout the week. Yo, that's not a way to live, man.
Planning out weeks in advance what you gonna
Yeah.
do. All right, I get paid on Friday. It's gonna be about $200. I'm gonna take $175 to pay this.
Yeah.
I go do this. Go hit the amp stock. Go get that at a whole meal for 2 more weeks. Man, that shit is
Tell
that.
the truth though.
That
Man,
don't
that's
feel
so sad
good,
as
bro.
fuck, bro.
That's
Don't know how you gonna
captivity,
get
bro.
through. Man,
I should have borrowed money I ain't got, but I gotta pay you that and interest back.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah, bro. You want to be saved from all that, man.
maybe I can pawn this and go get that.
Don't get that back before that check drop.
And this is a fucking continuous rat race.
Then
man.
hope you don't get fired, because you
Right.
get fired, then you out on the streets, man. One pay, you miss one more paycheck, you miss one paycheck, you gone, man.
They living day
Gotta
to
hope
day.
you don't snap on Esau at the job.
Yeah. Come on, man. That's no security. That's not safe. No safety, man. But Jake trusting that oppression.
Hey, but that's a beautiful thing, though. I was just thinking about that. You know, no matter how early I leave for work, I'm always like 1 minute about being late, and I'm so close to getting fired from that shit, right? But it keep me in a state, because I know I just do this naturally, but it keep me in a state. All right, Lord, I need to get to work on time. I need to clock in on time every day before work, right before work. You know what I'm saying? So I know that it's not me, man, or anything else like that that's doing that. It's the Most High that's preserving me, and the Most High that's doing all this. Like, look, bro, you only got a half a point left. If you late to work one more time, your ass is grass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, half a point left. So for a whole year, a whole year. Hey, as soon as a point drop off, a week later be late again. As soon as a point drop off, another point come back on, and it's continuously in that same state. It's like, look, bro, you on eggshells, but that keep us in a state of mind that always dependent and having faith on YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI.
Hey, I'm in the same boat as y'all. I got 21 tardies. I got called up in the office like a couple weeks ago, man. Yeah. Why? Because Jake got to wake up 4 in the fucking morning, man. You know? When it's dark, drive across the bridge, bro. Yeah. Called me in the office. Oh, you got 20 tardies. What can we do? Man,
yeah.
Fuck y'all, man. You know? That's what we can do, bro. You know? But hey, I can't say that. I can't do that. Because why? I got to eat, bro. I got to eat, man. So that's, I feel where y'all coming from, bro. You know? But fuck it, bro. But that's what we wait on, to be called in them clouds, all right? It says, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds. So why not have hope in that? See, Jake they get pissed off at you. Bro, that's written in a book. Are you serious? So they have more faith in what they can see. Yo, I'd rather have more faith in everlasting life and kingdom of heaven than going to work every day and trying to get a raise or try to come up on some level. Like, yo, fuck that. Even though you can see it, fuck it. You know, I don't care because you can see it, you can achieve it. No, man. I'm going out, hey, you want to say that fairy tale shit? Yeah, I'm on that then. You know what I mean? Because that's what I would rather wait and have my hope on that than some shit than this, man. Than getting a raise or Jake be on them scratch-offs heavy too. Yeah. You know? Having that little quarter, that little penny trying to, you know, come up on faith.
Let me get $40 on number 12.
On quick play or some shit.
$40
you know?
on number 12. Sitting outside with that big gold and everything.
You know? But they have more faith on that than waiting on the Most High of everlasting life, man.
That's crazy because everything that people do in this society is based off of faith, man. You get up, go to a job. Before you go to a job, I'm gonna go to college, get a good education, and get a good job. You ain't even got the job, don't know where you're gonna be, who you're gonna work for, but you got the faith. You get up and you go to college for that shit. For years on end, you work for that, you strive for that, and then you go look for a job, and you go look for a house, think you're gonna pay all your bills. All that is based off of faith, the things you can't see, because when you go sign up for college, you don't already see your position at the job. You don't be like, as soon as you finish this, we're gonna pay you this amount of money at this here job, this is your desk already. All you gotta do is go get this here, you know, paperwork, and you be all right. No, you based off of that, or I'm gonna be a football player, or I'm gonna be a rapper. Even 2,000 other people, man, they're in the basements rapping and all that stuff with what? Faith that they gonna so-called make it. And in a bullshit ass society that ain't even real, you know, it's a so-called, it's a real fairy tale, you know? Oh, y'all believe in that? Y'all can't even see it. Y'all really believe that gonna happen? You really believe you're gonna become a rapper and get all this money and then you're gonna be able to be free and do whatever you want without Esau doing whatever he wants to you? Come on, man, that's a real fairy tale, man.
But hey, but at the end of the day, the real faith is things not seen, man. Because you see rappers, all right? You see movie stars, you see that, so you can achieve that if you put enough time and effort into it. But faith that is not seen, that's what real faith is. Things is not seen, man. Okay, which is the kingdom of heaven. That's nowhere, anywhere. You can't see somebody else in it. You can't see somebody else in the kingdom of heaven right now. You can't see that. But you can see somebody becoming a rapper. You can see somebody becoming a movie star. All right? Real faith is things not seen, man. And that's what we have faith in, man. At the end of the day, Jake don't have faith. Because they can't see the kingdom of heaven now. All right? They can see the carnal shit. They can see people, oh, he came out of my hood, he a rapper now. Oh, he came out of my hood, he played ball. They can see that shit. But the kingdom of heaven, they can't see that. So that's what takes real faith. You know? Yeah, because they trust in oppression. They carnal as hell. All right? That's why at the end of the day, the scriptures say not all men have faith, man. And that's what's going to be our stronghold in these last days, man. That's why scripture say above all the shield of faith, man. Because that's what's going to keep you going. You know? And all these people are losing their minds and bugged out. All right? That's what's going to be your fuel in that day, man. Faith. It's so important, man. Above all the shield of faith. It's going to be so important in these last days. Because that's why they're going to bug out, because they don't believe. They don't see it. I just don't see them coming back in UFOs and chariots. They're not going to be waiting on that. They only going to be waiting on what they can see. Oh, well, the government, they're going to get this all figured out. All right, you know, I'm gonna only have to, the light's gonna be out for only a week or so, then, you know, they're gonna do something and put the lights back on, and they're gonna do something to bounce back the economy. That's what they have faith in, the government coming through. Everything gonna be all right, you know?
That's why whenever they have natural disasters, they stay on top of their house and they say, we need help.
Yep.
They're looking for the government to come up.
Yep. And that's what they're depending on. The government has made them solely dependent on that, SOS. Because why? The government to be here. All we gotta do is wait, the Coast Guard to come, send their little basket down and bring us up into the airplane. Hey, we looking for that to be brought up in a UFO, so-called chariot. I mean, so-called UFO chariot, man. That's what we looking to be. That's our Coast Guard, you know. Yeah, man, we looking for YAHAWASHI, man. Forget all that carnal shit, man. Waiting on Esau to come save you. Cause what? In this time, when Esau come save you, out of what natural disaster you in, he gonna be looking forward to putting a chip in your ass, man. You know, because that's what's gonna happen. The next major worldwide disaster, it's gonna be the chipping. The chipping is gonna take place. All right, and this ain't gonna be nothing you can do but have faith in YAHAWASHI, trusting in Him, praying to Him. Because it's gonna happen. It's gonna come.
And speaking on that faith though, in that day when everybody losing everything else, you know, everything's gonna be gone in that day. You're gonna be losing everything. All the things like all my cars over there. You're not gonna be worried about your car and the scenarios and things like that, you know. And the things in so-called government that they've written down that they can take all your possessions and everything like that, right? The one thing that Esau can't take from us is the one thing that we cleave into, you know? this faith, all right? The faith in YAHAWASHI. You can take the Bible away from us. You can take brothers away from us, take our homes away from us, our jobs away from us. But none of that stuff is making us who we are. You know, it's the faith in YAHAWASHI that He gonna deliver us, all right? We can't save ourselves out of our own hand. It's YAHAWASHI is gonna save us, all right?
I'm gonna finish this right here. It says, and so shall we. It's like, then we which are alive remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet with the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Hey, He ain't gonna leave us no more, man. He had to leave to send us the comfort. That's the only reason why He left. He said, if I do not go, I cannot send the comfort. That's why He left. YAHAWASHI, even in John in the 17th chapter, what He said, I desire that they be with me so they can behold my glory. He want us to be with Him right now. Okay? Reading on, it says, wherefore comfort one another with these words. That's what we do. That's all we got right now. Hey, what is that? What I believe it was Peter told the one dude. He said, gold and silver have I not, but stand up and walk. So all we got right now is spiritual things and so on to you, man. Yeah, brothers, you know, help you out carnally there if you need a couple bucks. But most all we got, the scripture say, comfort one another with these words. It's really all we got. To show unto you spiritual things. That's all we have to offer you. Alright? Lord will, man, we get that power soon. Okay, that spiritual power, and we be out here doing the miracles, doing those great works. But right now, only thing we can show unto you is spiritual things. Alright? Any brother got anything else? Y'all good? Alright. Come on, with that, we're going to give all praises.
YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Rakah B'Gosh.
The one still apostle, the great millstone, and taught me His truth and taught us His truth. And blessing to all you laborers out there pushing His truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom, Bob.
Wait, let me get this brother's precept real quick. Titus 2:13, looking for the blessed hope and the glorious appearing of the great God and our Savior, YAHAWASHI. The water, Aki.
The water,
and we are looking forward to that, man.
Stay up.
Stay up, bro.